This is a world of horse-like beasts, where humans rely on these powerful creatures to conquer the vast world. Inside the dark corner gathering area, a young man sat with the egg in his hands, sighing with worry. Tomorrow is the deadline for the 3-year term, only one more day left. Yet the egg still showed no signs of hatching. He felt dissatisfied. As he sat watching the starry sky, a flash of light suddenly flickered in Su Hyuan's eye. Light grew closer and closer. In the moment he wasn't paying attention, the light and magical rings began to merge into his head. Su Hyuan suddenly collapsed to the ground. He fell into a deep sleep, with vivid memories flashing before his eyes. Were so clear that Su Hyuan could feel them. Perhaps he himself was the one who rode the ancestral dragon. Standing at the peak of this world, a voice interrupted Su Hyuan's thought. A hard object poked into his face. Specifically, it was the whip. The purple-haired man with a gun led his group to surround Su Hyuan. "Did you sleep here yesterday? The special linguist student has no right to stay in the city's defense." He relied on that authority to loudly shout at Su Hyuan. Su Hyuan was confused. How could he be talking about yesterday? He was just admiring the moon. Su Hyuan suddenly recalled those vivid images. Maybe it was just a dream after all. But even if it was a dream, Su Hyuan couldn't believe in that powerful giant dragon. "Kid, what are you mumbling about? Do you think I don't exist?" Whipped Su Hyuan hard, creating a wound. He struck Su Hyuan's cheek with the whip. He didn't forget to bring up yesterday's events with Su Hyuan. Complete the report to the search team and go with the villagers to the outskirts for food, violating the ban. "I'm very curious about this." 12 lashes fell. "Will you be able to survive and return from the wilderness?" He yanked the whip forcefully and stepped closer to Su Hyuan. Just then Su Hyuan's egg suddenly cracked. Su Hyuan joyfully ran towards the egg. The imperial beast egg was about to crack. Could he be about to succeed? Su Hyuan raised the egg, immensely happy. 3 years of hard work finally paid off. He had succeeded. The man with the whip and the group surrounding them were all shocked by this result, especially him. In that moment, the purple-haired man suddenly turned into a well-behaved puppy, wagging its tail in front of Su Hyuan, saying, "Su Hyuan, this was just a misunderstanding. I'll immediately call the special instructor to confirm your status as an imperial beast master." He tried to evade interrogation when a voice with long legs suddenly rang out, without anyone calling. Lu Gu, the chief special instructor of Yu Shixian and Gang City, appeared. He signaled for Su Hyuan to attempt a connection with his pet, S-Aura. Su Hyuan focused all his sincerity, bending gently toward the egg. "Little fire spirit, I have waited for you too long." She softly, the egg trembled and emitted a strange sound. Su Hyuan excitedly reported this to Lu Gu, who smiled brightly and patted him encouragingly. "Very good, Hack Dang's spot now has a new young linguist." Suddenly Lu Gu's expression became serious. She immediately asked where Su Hyuan's facial wound came from. "It came from here." Su Hyuan pointed toward the man holding the rod. Lu Gu stared at him, daring to strike the old linguist. Lu Gu immediately ordered him to be whipped 20 times. At the same time, he must go outside the spot to gather food. The man holding the rod wept and begged Su Hyuan. Now he had reached a different level. While he could only gawk at those bathing, Lu Gu led Su Hyuan to Cheng Bao, introduced him to Bao Zhu, Harmonious. In the meeting, looking at Su Hyuan, he was the first newcomer in the latter half of their year. Lu Gu nodded, having heard that Su Hyuan matured today and went on a search report mission, unexpectedly breaking through on the last night. After speaking, Lu Gu reminded about Su Hyuan's reward, good news for all. Oh, he praised Su Hyuan endlessly, succeeding at the last moment. Afterwards, his expression turned serious, giving Su Hyuan 2 choices. First, if his egg was a kilin, he would provide a piece of dragon kilin containing high-level dragon creature bloodline to accelerate hatching. Moreover, once hatched it would be stronger than other killins, and he could impart a trace of dragon bloodline to it. The second choice, when Su Hyuan trained a second pet, he could select one from He's collection. Su Hyuan valued quality over quantity, so he chose the dragon killin. He appeared satisfied with this decision. This afternoon, he would send someone with the dragon, hoping Su Hyuan would not forget his initial intention later, to devote effort to the spot. Su Hyuan happily agreed. It was his 3-year dream. PH was at the spot besides Cheng Bao. It was divided into 2 areas, inner and outer. The inner area housed the wealthy, high-position, clean environment. The outer area was harsher, where the lower-level residents lived. Su Hyuan's home was in the outer area, just a shabby level 4 wooden house. As soon as he returned, his sister pinched his hand, wanting to scold him. Unclear, where did he go last night without coming home? Early this morning, she searched outside Cheng Bao but did not find Su Hyuan, anxiously standing at the main gate. At that moment, a knock resounded at the door. He helped Su Hyuan escape from danger. A young man brought a pile of money and gold. Bowed to Su Hyuan. "Sir, here is the guardian item I was ordered to deliver. Please take care of it carefully." Su Hyuan stared at the pile of money and gold before him. Su Hyuan's sister's eyes lit up, shouting, "Horses and beasts upgrade. Zio Hyuan, have you succeeded? Wonderful." His sister jumped to hug Su Hyuan, after nearly brushing his ear, thinking of how happy their parents would be. It wouldn't matter if the old house was sold. From now on, Soo Hyun would handle everything. Wait a moment, sister, let me get the money first. Soo Hyun pointed at the young man still standing obediently at the door. Sister suddenly changed, saying it was time to go to work. Before leaving, she still angrily scrutinized Soo Hyun. Having treated him well, she rushed out. Soo Hyun sighed, turning back to the items he had received. The box containing dragon scale fragments remained solid. Soo Hyun took them out. A surge of energy from Long Lin spread into his head. It felt as if all knowledge was being transmitted. Information about the ancient dragon flowed into Soo Hyun's mind smoothly like refined gold. After fully absorbing knowledge about the dragon system, Soo Hyun felt a slight headache. Matured Long Shijai was extremely dangerous, capable of easily overpowering a small group. Completely different from the mid-level Lin Soo Hyun had previously owned. Based on the existing knowledge foundation, easy dragon blood looked like seeds, but Soo Hyun did not yet know its effect. Although previously a genius girl, she ultimately became Jo Hee's disciple when touching the guardian item. First horse fragment that hatched was also only a high-level danger type. If Soo Hyun could hatch Long Shijai, he might become Jo Hee's disciple. Thinking so, Soo Hyun ran to the pharmacy, bought ingredients and brewed according to instruction. Following the formula passed down from ancestors, he soaked his egg in the mixture, mixed the egg into the prepared concoction. Then Soo Hyun drew a magic circle. He placed the egg in the center of the circle. Next, the magic was activated. The egg began to glow. The shape of a dragon appeared on the eggshell. The light spread, binding the outside tightly. Next day, he crawled into the egg again. Everything returned to its original state. This made Soo Hyun stop, unable to continue. However, the number of eggs hatching kept increasing. He leaned against the horse, breathing heavily, unsure whether he was training or controlling Long Shijai. L1E5C Ngu stood firm in the training yard, observing everyone as they trained. L1E5C Ngu's face was tense, as if preparing for something important. A few people began to notice and think about Soo Hyun. His eggs hadn't hatched yet, but Soo Hyun had been avoiding training for 4 days. This little man, just wait and see how General L1E5C handles it. Finally, Soo Hyun appeared, and L1E5C Ngu immediately spoke. Well, you finally decided to come for special training, huh? Soo Hyun struggled to explain. He had his own reasons for avoiding the training. L1E5C Ngu was also curious to hear the reason Soo Hyun gave. Unexpectedly, Soo Hyun turned around and called to someone, "Come out, little brat." A flash of golden light blinked from Soo Hyun's backpack. A small green dragon appeared. It enthusiastically called out, "Miss Nong." Everyone present was stunned, because the creature that had just appeared not only had astonishing power, but it wasn't a griffin. It took L1E5C Ngu a while to realize it was Long Shijai, a particularly dangerous species. She immediately led Soo Hyun to meet Jo Hee. As expected, Jo Hee stood up, slamming the table in surprise. The first hatch is a particularly dangerous species. Jo Hee immediately ordered L1E5C Ngu to investigate Soo Hyun, the one who created this summoned horse. At the same time, informed the Bureau of Affairs to deduct the salaries of those 3. They dared to mix Long Shijai with griffins to create a summoned beast, nearly ruining the future of a genius. Afterward, Jo Hee turned to comfort Soo Hyun for the hardships he had endured. If he had only owned a normal summoned beast or even a high-level dangerous species like Soo, his achievements would have been different. But in the end, Soo Hyun had Long Shijai, and his future would definitely not be inferior to anyone. Soo Hyun was overjoyed, determined not to disappoint Jo Hee's expectation. Jo Hee felt extremely proud of his special training class, being able to create a genius like Soo Hyun, not only talented but also incredibly resilient. Finally, Jo Hee asked a question. "Will you agree to become my disciple?" Soo Hyun paused for a moment. This was the question he had been waiting for. L1E5C Ngu was also surprised. It was hard to believe that after 3 years of taking in the genius Soo, Jo Hee would want another disciple. As expected, Soo Hyun immediately agreed and called Jo Hee master. Jo Hee laughed heartily, then ordered a banquet to be held tonight. He invited all summoners who weren't on duty to come and witness the birth of the first genius summoner at the Black Lantern gathering point. It was also to celebrate that he had taken in a new disciple. The banquet lasted until late at night. Jo Hee's guards safely escorted Soo Hyun and his sister back home. Soo Hyun returned home and recounted what had happened, now receiving 100 gold a month, and he planned to buy back the house that had been sold to continue his special training. Soo Hyun's sister gently pinched his cheek. She couldn't believe that in just 1 month, Soo Hyun had earned the money she couldn't make in 3 years. From now on, their family would no longer have to worry about shortages. After his sister went to bed, Soo Hyun continued to study alone. Biggest difference between normal creatures and dangerous species is the ability to use innate energy. This energy use skill is called energy mark, and it's the determining factor for a beast's strength. Long Shijai is a top-tier dangerous species, so its innate energy is not weak at all. Additionally, the larger species of Long Shijai possess many special abilities. Long Sleep has the ability to recover stamina and wounds very quickly just through sleep. Most of the low-level dragon species have skills like Dragon Strength or Dragon Might at a basic level. Additionally, there are powerful destructive skills from Earth-based harm. Earth-based species also have recovery abilities through energy absorption. If combined with Long Sleep, Long Shijai's power will become extremely strong, almost unbeatable. Finally, there is the extremely powerful evil-based system. With the ability to use Evil Earth Chi, a destructive skill for lower-level dragon Chi, this is Long Shijai's strongest skill. Su Huan turned to look at his little dragon. It was peacefully sleeping in the mist. He was sure it would become an extremely powerful beast. At that moment it let out a fart, then suddenly grew in size, causing Su Huan to jump in surprise. The growth speed of this dangerous species was indeed not to be underestimated. The next day, Su Huan had a private training session with Zhou He in the training room. Zhou He commented that Su Huan's Long Shijai had very good potential. He advised Su Huan to test the 3 types of innate energy to assess their strength, then choose one to train specially. Zhou He specialized in the evil system. He showed Su Huan a Beast Seal artifact. A Beast Seal artifact can contain a giant beast during its hibernation period, helping it quickly recover energy. When a beast enters the maturity stage, it becomes extremely large, making it impossible for a beastmaster to take care of just one beast. Since then, many types of Beast Seal artifacts have been created, such as bracelets, necklaces, chest pins, watches, or earrings, in countless designs. Though he called out his own beast. It was an evil red dragon with hatred. This is a secondary terrifying species in the pre-heaven species category. It had been trained to reach the high-level terrifying tier. This was Zhou He's main beast, and using it to test Su Huan's Long Shijai would be a huge challenge. Su Huan looked at the size of both beasts and felt incredulous. Creature so massive, how could his little one possibly fight it? Zhou He gently patted his beast, saying, "The evil red dragon is a combination of pure evil attributes and primal characteristics." Then he gestured for Su Huan to have Long Shijai perform. Long Shijai stood still, ready to show its ability. Tiny Long Shijai trembled as it faced the evil red dragon. The evil red dragon was several hundred times bigger than it. Long Shijai turned around, seemingly wanting to run away. Although Su Huan also felt anxious, he still encouraged it. "It's okay, keep going, we're about to get stronger." Zhou He ordered the evil red dragon to use the evil earth chi to help Long Shijai learn. The evil red dragon opened its mouth wide, revealing sharp fangs, and a fireball formed in its mouth. "Stop," Zhou He suddenly ordered, leaving Crimson Hate confused. He had his own reason. The reason for stopping was that Long Shijai was taking action. It emitted a powerful aura, not weak at all. Its eyes glared, ready to react to anyone who dared to cause harm. Zhou He Fai smiled, seeing it was indeed intelligent. Then Long Shijai imitated Crimson Hate, opening its mouth to focus its aura. Exhaled slightly, emitting only a small stream of energy. Zhou He noticed Long Shijai had begun to comprehend evil energy. Purple smoke was the primal manifestation of evil hand energy. Though he praised Su Huan having tamed a fine creature, Long Shijai's talent was high, its initial movements already showing comprehension of the skill. Zhou He sent Crimson Hate back to its breed, as no further testing was needed. Long Shijai also exhaled gently. The next step was even more important. A giant platypus beast immediately appeared. It was an earth-colored platypus beast. Earth-type, beast-type, and demon-type of 3 special super breeds. Now it would play with you. As Zhou He finished speaking, Long Shijai dashed out, clutching Su Huan's leg, begging. It cried, shaking its head. Su Huan felt sympathetic. Using a special terror-level creature, was it too much for Long Shijai? True enough, Zhou He nodded and summoned a Tyrannosaurus, his face gleeful. Such a genius divine beast, a special terror-level creature was minor. Zhou He called his only dragon divine pet, perfectly combining fire, dragon, evil, and magma, the lava tyrant. Watching the Tyrannosaurus roar in front of him, Long Shijai only wanted to retreat back into its egg. Hearing Zhou He say it was his only dragon divine pet, Su Huan guessed dragon types were very rare. Zhou He Fai laughed, of course rare kid. Su Huan was lucky to have tamed Long Shijai, otherwise it would have taken much longer to follow him. Many experienced divine masters, companies all tried to tame dragon divine pets but failed. Su Huan nodded, it seemed his dreams and dictionary. He had to keep it secret until descending into the pit. Ready? Zhou He was extremely eager. He didn't know Long Shijai over there was trembling. He ordered the lava dragon to use some dragon might to test Long Shijai. The lava dragon opened its mouth. This time it spewed not a fireball but a strong gust of wind. It was fast and powerful like arrows flying forward. Su Huan had to grit his teeth to avoid being blown away, the terrifying force making him feel like a small boat in a storm. Though he suddenly placed a hand on Su Huan's shoulder, startling him. He reminded him not to stand within the attack range next time when trying tricks. However, at that moment, the power was completely nullified. Everything fell silent as if nothing had happened. Though he comfortably observed Long Shijai with satisfaction. Unexpectedly, it could resist, looking as if merely enjoying the cool breeze. He signaled the Magma Dragon horse to increase its power. The eyes of the Magma Dragon horse flared fiercely red. It lunged with its mouth open, as if about to swallow Long Shijai whole. Long Shijai squeezed his eyes shut, feet firmly planted on the ground. He had to exclaim at its stubbornness and resilience. His gaze suddenly changed when he noticed something. Thin streams of energy circled Long Shijai. Although the power was still weak, he realized Long Shijai could use low power to handle a mid-level rage dragon. Dragon system talent was incredible, capable of breaking barriers of terrifying species in the future. Hearing He's assessment, Su Hyun was even more delighted, never expecting to stumble upon this secret. He just remembered the 2 dragon scales he gave Su Hyun, wondering if he had used them. Su Hyun nodded. Such precious items he used immediately upon receiving them. During use, Long Shijai absorbed the special matter from the 2 dragon scales well, even successfully inherited part of the dragon bloodline from those scales. As a result, the dragon system talent surpassed the other 2 talents. He handed Su Hyun a book he personally compiled. The book guided skill training, later using spiritual imprint to print. Also added the basic spiritual mind training method, most suitable for Su Hyun. When training spirit pets, do not neglect cultivation. He reminded, spiritual energy is the foundation of spirit pets. Su Hyun accepted the book emotionally. After leaving the fortress, Su Hyun repurchased an old house. The other party recognized him as a mage, so their attitude changed. While Sister Ting had not finished work, Su Hyun cleaned the house thoroughly. Though it was not fully restored, regaining the house was still precious to him. Su Hyun, not yet informing Ting, decided to pick her up to surprise her. On the way, Su Hyun suddenly heard a familiar scream. He was shocked to recognize Ting's voice. She was surrounded by 2 fierce dogs. The 2 dogs belonged to some perverted men. Master to Beauty, where are you running? My dogs do not bite beauties. They just want to play a little. Ting waved at the 2 animals about to bite. Leader panted, if you agree to go out tonight, the dogs will not bother you. Hearing this, Su Hyun felt his blood boil. He grabbed a brick and charged to confront the 3 men. Not done yet, you. Su Hyun threw the brick to the ground with force, creating a loud echo. The dog's head was struck by the brick, and it immediately collapsed. The remaining dogs stood still, not daring to make a sound. Su Hyun turned around and continued dealing with the others. You're just a street thug. Don't think just because your father has a bit of power everyone should bow down to you. The man with the last name Ku was shocked, standing frozen, muttering under his breath. I must have lost my glass. The glass must be the dog Su Hyun just defeated, left on the ground. He went berserk upon seeing his pet fall. Jacqueline, kill him for me. The armored man rushed towards Su Hyun in a fit of rage. Su Hyun gripped the brick tightly, preparing to fight back. He also didn't forget to protect his sister, standing in front. Rod leapt high, his mouth full of sharp fangs. Long Shijai's eyes turned bright red. Charged with incredible speed, sinking its teeth into the prey's neck without letting go. Su Hyun was surprised by Long Shijai's agility. However, his face lit up, cheering Long Shijai on. Well done, son, bite it to death. Long Shijai obeyed its master's command and attacked fiercely. It tore a chunk of flesh from the creature, causing it to scream in pain. The man with the last name Ku's eyes widened, witnessing his remaining pet being destroyed, angrily saying, "You've got guts." He quickly drew a knife from his side. At the same time, 2 of his companions also drew their weapons, preparing to attack. 3 of them immediately charged at Long Shijai. Su Hyun ordered Long Shijai to use the skill Long Eye. Long Shijai's eyes suddenly brightened, ready to unleash its skill. It stood firm, opening its mouth to display its might. The 3 thugs immediately froze, their bodies trembling from the overwhelming pressure they felt. Realizing they had just encountered an opponent they couldn't touch, the 3 of them fell silent, not daring to act. "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Suddenly the security team appeared, entering the scene. One of them immediately intended to frame Su Hyun. "Maybe we should let them handle this guy. If anything happens, we can easily manage." This man thought of how he had recently befriended the security team, and surely he would be able to ask them to deal with Su Hyun. As long as Su Hyun goes to jail, they'll take care of him, and we won't have to worry about him. The man with the last name Ku glanced at To Tin again, his face full of lust. Couldn't hide the depravity in his eyes. "Once I'm done with Su Hyun, I'll definitely devour To Tin right in front of him." Rod and Jack Lai knew they couldn't afford to sacrifice themselves in vain. The leader of the security team recognized the man with the last name Ku and spoke up. "Oh, isn't that Ku Shao?" When seeing a familiar face, the dogs continued their action. Immediately they hurriedly ran to each other, linking arms and whispering. "TR letter 1 ECBNH is the mixed up guy, really disgusting. There's no reason to block the way and kill my pet. Such an extremely brutal act." He locked the person in an underground prison cell. Captain TR letter 1 ECBNH, Liern ordered his 2 subordinates to arrest Su Hyun immediately. The two approached Su Hyun, holding iron rings. One of them growled, "Surrender your weapon peacefully, or don't blame us." Su Hyun threw the brick to the ground, then coldly responded, "This brick was the tool used to kill the dog. If there's any issue, just ask the brick." The other two raised their guns to threaten, but Su Hyun was not afraid, preparing to be thrown into a prison cell to be dealt with later. Suddenly the two froze as Long appeared, his aggressive expression slowly revealed. Long gritted his teeth, his eyes fierce. Though he hadn't used his full power, the two already stepped back a few paces. "Truly a beast, master." Su Hyun pulled out a card, asking them to take a good look at it. "What is this?" It had the insignia of the Black Lantern gathering spot. The two subordinates were startled, panicking. They turned around, seeking help from Captain TR-1ECBNH. Captain TR-1ECBNH froze, his face full of worry. He recalled what the neighbors had said about Joe-hee, that the new master had just taken on a new disciple. Captain TR-1ECBNH drew his gun. He shot a round into the sky, signaling his frustration. He shouted, unable to believe the absurdity of the situation. Then he aimed the gun at Zhang Tian's group, cursing, "You dare bring a dog to cause trouble, this is too much. Get him if he's being so stubborn, deal with him immediately." Zhang Tian was handcuffed and dragged away. He still didn't understand why he was being arrested. "Captain, I'm the victim here, why the misunderstanding? My father is the manager of plantation number 5 at Ku D-1EC9NH Town." Captain TR-1ECBNH got angry when he saw him resist. He directly punched Zhang Tian in the face. Then he ordered his two subordinates to continue handling him. The two subordinates immediately punished Zhang Tian. He almost caused the whole security team to be fired because of this act. Captain TR-1ECBNH turned to Su Hyun, laughing, "Master To, this guy dared to lead a dog to cause trouble. Luckily you acted in time, or we don't know what would have happened." Su Hyun smiled lightly. It seemed these three also knew how to judge people and act accordingly. Captain TR-1ECBNH forced a smile, trying to please Su Hyun. He asked if Su Hyun was satisfied. If not, he would deal with the rest of them. Su Hyun nodded. He thought this was fine. Even if this man died right here, they wouldn't be able to live peacefully in society. "Master To, I understand." Captain TR-1ECBNH sweat under the coldness of Su Hyun. In an instant, he switched from being ruthless to being a gentle, obedient younger brother. "It's fine, let's go home," Su Hyun smiled. To Tin nodded and happily followed. The two of them returned home together. Seeing the two leave, the remaining subordinates began to worry. Did we offend a major plantation manager? Of course we can't offend the language master, otherwise we wouldn't know what would happen to us. "Well said, little soldier," one of the men in the group said. Captain TR-1ECBNH Liern ordered the little soldier to find a car and take Zhang Tian away. He couldn't be left free for Su Hyun to discover. Three subordinates looked at the captain fearfully, seeing the seriousness in his eye. "If he said to strip him, then we must do it," one of them muttered. Su Hyun took To Tin back to the old house, where she still looked around with an innocent gaze. To Tin still couldn't believe they had returned to this house full of memory. Su Hyun handed the room key to To Tin, and reminded her not to get too excited. Buying back the old house was just the first step, Su Hyun said. Next month there would be more good things to come. "Trust you, our life will surely get better," To Tin said, holding Su Hyun's hand. Long Shijai also placed his hand on top, looking very adorable. A happy family of three, when suddenly there was a knock on the door. Su Hyun quickly ran to open the door. An elderly man stood outside, bowing to Su Hyun. "You truly are a noble person. I am Quach Fo, the manager of the plantation here." To Tin recognized him, but didn't understand why Quach Fo had come to visit them. Quach Fo explained that he had come to handle Zhang Tian, the son of Ku D-1EC9NH Tan, who had offended Su Hyun. His plan was to send Zhang Tian to plantation number 30 to be a farmer for life. That place was full of wild beasts, with incidents happening every 3 days. But Quach Fo believed that with Ku D-1EC9NH Tan's management skills, everything would be fine. Su Hyun smiled, not expecting the manager to come to their house to seek his opinion. Quach Fo also suggested that To Tin take the position of vice head at their plantation. To Tin asked in surprise, "Sir, are you sure?" Quach Fo nodded eagerly, almost kneeling in plea. "Of course it's suitable, you are Master To's sister." To Tin innocently agreed, unaware that everything was thanks to Su Hyun's reputation. Su Hyun smiled helplessly. It seemed that this society always favored those with power. That evening, Su Hyun prepared a huge bowl of food for Long Shijai from Joe-hee's warehouse. As soon as he ate, it would be replenished with enough nutrients. The food quickly disappeared into his stomach like a gust of wind. Long Shijai was so moved that he almost cried when he saw the amount of food Su Hyun had prepared for him. Su Hyun had also studied horse-beast breeding methods, from the less effective methods to the suitable and efficient ones. All of them were good, excellent, outstanding, perfect. The breeding method he gave Su Hyun was the best for evil system beast pets, a treasure for Beastmaster. However, for some reason, Long Shijai only ate 2 bites and refused to eat more. Su Hyun felt a headache, not understanding the reason. Suddenly, he remembered the book Old Heat Dragon Manual in his hand. He immediately summoned the book to study. When the bristling fur appeared, it immediately devoured the pet horse's eggshell. It could go without food for a long time. Its body was a 3-in-1 variant, Earth type, Dragon type, Evil type, distributing nutrients from Long Shijai unevenly but in its own way. At the same time, Long Shijai was very picky, only liking fresh things. Eating this, Su Hyun realized where the problem originated. He stroked Long Shijai's head, comforting it. "Let me try a new formula for you." Each month, Su Hyun received quite a lot of money from He, enough for Long Shijai to eat comfortably. Eat well, drink well, and grow quickly. In the following days, Su Hyun fed Long Shijai according to the old formula, competing whenever fresh fish arrived. When he bought fresh fish, Su Hyun prepared it himself. Long Shijai was so fascinated it ate continuously, but a worrying problem appeared. Money after 5 days went from 100 coins of Su Hyun to only 1 coin. Coins scattered roundly on the ground, stopping under Long Shijai's tail. Now grown strong, no longer showing the tiny figure from before. Looking at the results, Su Hyun could only swallow his tears. Though all the money was spent, Long Shijai had reached the juvenile stage, soon entering maturity. Previously, Long Shijai had encountered 2 nightmare hounds, needing full strength to handle them. Now no skill was needed. 1 bite, 1 scratch with just 3 basic moves, Long Shijai had defended itself. Eliminated the opponents in the blink of an eye. With this layer of scales, an ordinary person without weapons could not threaten Long Shijai. Even 5 strong men with weapons would be defeated. Only problem, it was very greedy and feared Su Hyun taking the fish. Suddenly Su Hyun remembered. He said when Long Shijai matured it must meet him at the treasure city. But after just 5 days, Long Shijai had grown so strong, Su Hyun feared no one would believe it. The old formula was perhaps superhuman. He must be careful to keep this secret, the goal being to help Long Shijai awaken and perfect its skills. This formula needed a pause, about 10 days slower to resemble a normal person. Exactly 10 days later, Su Hyun led Long Shijai to the treasure city to meet He. He was worried after half a month, not knowing how Su Hyun and Long Shijai had progressed. Su Hyun scratched his head, apologizing. "Master, these past days I focused on nurturing Long Shijai, so I couldn't train daily." He bragged that Long Shijai had entered the early maturity stage, according to the formula. "What, so fast?" He was surprised by the result. Su Hyun scratched his head, looking innocent. "A few days don't count as fast, master." He tapped his head repeatedly. "What do you mean, not fast?" Su of the Bang clan needed 1 month from juvenile to maturity. He did not know how fast Su Hyun wanted. The clan lagged 2 levels behind Long Shijai but took a month. Su Hyun's eyes sparkled. Lucky he didn't bring Long Shijai after only 5 days. A tough master would complain about unexpected growth rate. He saw Long Shijai was not only super gifted, but also had excellent growth speed. If already mature, skills would likely be perfected. He wanted to see if Long Shijai had awakened. Su Hyun reported. Long Eye had awakened to level 1, adding Long Eye Intimidation and Long Eye Terror. Evil Earth skill also awakened to level 1. Awakened both Evil Hand and Evil Water Bullet. Su Hyun's list shocked He. "Are you joking with me? Achieving this level in such a short time?" Su Hyun's eyes shone, flattering. "Yes, thanks to the master's effective teaching." Su Hyun broke a sweat. Luckily he didn't mention the infernal flame slash, or he could have fainted. He was pleased, wanting to take Long Shijai to the training ground. This was He's private training ground. If Long Shijai performed well, He would grant Su Hyun a personal seal item. After all, Long Shijai was large, moving in confined spaces. Being a language master, why not have a personal seal item? Su Hyun was happy. The possession of the seal depended on Long Shijai. He summoned a favored horse. Rear armored lava mighty army. The bear had a very solid volcanic stone shell. His training was unexpectedly complete. He didn't know how many horses he had, but all were top tier. He crossed his arms, pleased. Weak horses were none, top tier horses about 12 to 15. Not to mention the favored horses of rank, like rear armored lava mighty army. Thunder Dragon Dominator made up half of them. Having said that, he began. "Alright kid, want a personal seal item. I will check your training results." The rear armored lava mighty army roared loudly. The roar created strong wind, enough to defeat cleanliness-obsessed people. But soon the wind subsided. Su Hyun noticed Long Shijai activating Long Eye Intimidation. He was pleased seeing Long Shijai use maturity to defend its power. He ordered the rear armored lava mighty army to stop. "Change position, kid, use evil earth skill." Su Hyun saw Long Shijai assume stance. "Let it use evil bullet." Long Shijai opened its mouth, accumulating evil energy, forming small bullets flying at high speed. Bullets hit the face of the rear armored, lava mighty army. As if nothing had happened, though he provoked further, launching a few more. Su Hyuan held back. Now he unleashed evil heat bullets, sweeping over the target. Long Shijai's eyes narrowed, glaring. It leaped, shooting several evil bullets in succession, adding continuous bursting flame. Scorched the head of the rear armored, lava mighty army. Unexpectedly, a small scale on its head cracked. It screamed violently as it took damage. Joe had to admit the exceptional ability of Long Shijai. No explanation needed, the skill had been mastered. Using the adhesion of evil energy, he continuously fired evil flame bullets in a chain attack. Moreover, both speed and accuracy were excellent. Su Hyuan scratched his head awkwardly. Besides the Lion Zhu technique, there was another attack method, covering the enemy's vision, yet still unable to break Hong Jun's defense. After just 2 moves, Joe was completely satisfied with Long Shijai's performance. On schedule, he gave Su Hyuan an Imperial Seal ring, smaller than Joe's seal, yet still able to contain 5 creatures. The final Fire Kai Guardian ring ended up in Su Hyuan's hands. Joe warned him not to be too pleased. The skill was good, but Long Shijai's combat experience was still very limited. Only real combat could accumulate experience. Therefore, Joe decided to send Su Hyuan to the northern defense post, where dangerous species often appear. 3 days later, Su Hyuan arrived at the military command to register. Someone would assign him a mission. Besides the high wall gathering dark light, there were 4 defensive lines surrounding the entire area. Each defensive line was built solidly. Besides mages, there were enhanced weapons and soldiers. The southern and northern lines were the most dangerous, facing dangerous species almost daily. Most hazardous biological materials came from these 4 defensive lines. Within 3 days, Su Hyuan received subsidies totaling over 250,000. More than half was used to purchase rations for Long Shijai to create long-term food supply. Under the command's arrangement outside the city, Su Hyuan was assigned to line number 7 in the north. On the way, Su Hyuan calmly observed, seeing that the 4 defensive lines were mainly built on plantations in the wilderness. The area was limited. 7 plantations producing rations were not enough for over 60,000 people. The area outside the city was as dangerous as a search team. This was also a place residents avoided due to high risk. If remembered correctly, post number 5 of Ku Ding Quan had also been moved to post number 30, the northern safe area. When Su Hyuan arrived, the driver respectfully asked permission to return. He could not stay long. Locals were curious seeing Su Hyuan brought by Chief Dai Shen. A young man was unsurprised, knowing Su Hyuan was a mage. The vehicle also loaded with spirit beast ration. Why still stand there? Hurry and help each other. 2 youths quickly ran down to call Su Hyuan. Their faces showed determination to contribute. This small task should not bother you, let us do it. Su Hyuan was embarrassed but allowed them. A young man surnamed Huang, called himself Zio Huang, told Su Hyuan to call him that, and that he might need help later. Su Hyuan nodded happily, treating him as brother Zio Huang. Zio Huang was overjoyed, almost in tears, meeting a spirit master who did not show arrogance. Zio Huang immediately called his comrades to help carry Su Hyuan's item. At the same time, they held a welcoming feast for him. The northern line had 29 outposts. Su Hyuan registered at number 7. Over 10 years ago, this place had been destroyed by dangerous species, leaving the outpost empty, later rebuilt as line number 7. This would be the place Su Hyuan stayed and fought in the coming period. The place felt like a second home. Zio Huang brought a bowl of noodles for Su Hyuan, advising him to taste Avan's skill. Despite harsh conditions, the technique was good. Su Hyuan found the title Master to Odd. They were teammates. He said just use name. Zio Huang respected him, calling Su Hyuan brother too. They chatted amicably. Su Hyuan ate while asking the probability of encountering dangerous species. Avan ate while explaining the area on the edge of the defensive line had less pressure than outside, yet some slipped through. Then he pointed at a pile of dangerous species recently eliminated. Mid and end of the month, military officials led troops from the city to Mang Dai, also calculating merit points. Su Hyuan gave a thumbs up. Without spirit masters or beasts, achieving this would be commendable. A young man asked what brother to spirit beast was. Could he see it? Zio Huang was angry. Spirit beasts were forbidden, not to be seen at will. Go outside, do not be afraid. Su Hyuan was unceremonious, immediately letting Long Ziyajai appear. 2 youths simultaneously gaped, astonished. High-level dangerous species. Su Hyuan introduced the first spirit beast. The young man eagerly took notes. The first spirit beast was a high-level dangerous species, very impressive. Suddenly Long Ziyajai displayed terrifying power. Turned and growled at him. Su Hyuan tapped its head a few times. We're attacking an ally. Zio-Hu, are you alright? Su Hyun asked anxiously. Zio-Hu exhaled lightly, fortunately unharmed. Avin laughed loudly. That brat was about to be scolded. The entire outpost echoed with laughter. After the meal, Su Hyun became closer to 5 teammates. After a few simple adjustments, Su Hyun followed Jo Hee's guidance to practice the spiritual mace. The technique was called glass breathing mace training, consisting of 3 steps. The first step was eliminating stray thoughts, creating a contemplation environment for the giant glass. Next, coordinating a special breathing frequency, forming spiritual and contemplation environments as one. Finally, cultivating the spiritual mind, perfecting the mind training technique. The current pace, Su Hyun wanted to reach glass spiritual mind as Jo Hee taught. Reaching clarity took half a year. Your sister Susu could achieve clarity in 1 month, much faster than him. While gazing at the moon, the warning tower suddenly emitted a signal. At the same time, Zio Huang hurriedly rushed in to report the urgent situation from afar. A group of dangerous creatures from the scythe-armored species is approaching. They have the ability to easily destroy a single brick, and due to their proficiency, their danger level becomes even more concerning. The scythe-armored creatures are dangerous beings that often appear in the northern defense area. They are also very strong and difficult to handle. Zio Huang immediately ordered the entire team to prepare for combat. He and Lao stayed on watch at the lookout tower. Sniper position number 1 is located in the northwest. Zio Hu and Zio Lu were assigned to guard the sniper positions 5 and 6 on the first floor. Avin Huafu is responsible for eliminating the 3 adult scythe-armored creatures, while Su Hyun handles the remaining adult. The whole team quickly took their positions after receiving the order. The bullet was fired. One scythe-armored creature immediately used its special skill to block the bullet. It immediately created a solid armor layer to protect itself. Bullet bent as it approached but still pierced through the armor. This caused its machi part to be severed. Zio Huang directed from above, reminding them not to shoot at the head. If not, the military points would not be counted. Su Hyun observed and analyzed. The scythe-armored creature's armor skill, although not strong, could reduce the effectiveness of regular bullets. He used a machine gun to tear through the creature's mouth area. This created an opportunity for the sniper. Su Hyun continued to observe. This time the machine gun had no effect as before. The scythe-armored creature indeed had many weaknesses that could be exploited. It took a full magazine, but finally the armor was damaged. The opportunity had come. Avin aimed directly at their chest area. The bullet caused the armor's head to detach, but still managed to eliminate it. Su Hyun observed the battlefield for the first time and couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by their coordination. Though they were not beastmasters, they coordinated well after many battles fought side by side. This truly was a powerful fighting force. In a brief moment, the 3 scythe-armored creatures were taken down. The last creature realized the danger and tried to escape. Zio Huang and Su Hyun quickly chased after it. He immediately called for Zio Hu to join him. The group climbed onto the vehicle and continued chasing the scythe-armored creature. Zio Hu stood on top of the vehicle holding a gun in hand. The scythe-armored creature was blocked and stood still, making a high-pitched sound. Su Hyun jumped down to observe more closely. Zio Huang instructed Zio Hu to aim carefully. Because from the inner city to here, it's all elite forces. No mistakes are allowed. Su Hyun immediately deployed Long Shijai. Tried using the evil tactic to see how effective it was. The scythe-armored creature immediately activated its defense armor. Long Shijai rushed in and attacked immediately. Its armor shattered like glass when it was hit. The scythe-armored creature was pushed back after being shot. It stopped and emitted a high-pitched sound. Su Hyun was surprised, as its armor had blocked quite a bit of the attacking power. In fact, its body was not severely damaged. Su Hyun continued using the evil ammo. Long Shijai launched a series of bullets. The scythe-armored creature activated its strong defense armor again. The evil ammo from Long Shijai could not immediately break through the armor. Its armor seemed thicker than the face of an ex-lover. After a few more bullets, the armor was finally broken. Su Hyun seized the opportunity and used Long Eye to split the front parts. The scythe-armored creature in front was torn into 2 parts. Next, Su Hyun ordered Long Shijai to attack, tearing the remaining armor apart. One of its eyes was immediately severed. It panicked and fled. Su Hyun did not let it escape, immediately chasing after it. He ordered Long Shijai to use the electric spear technique. Long Shijai struck the ground fiercely, creating sharp spikes that shot up. The spikes pierced through the scythe-armored creature's body. Zio Hu and Zio Huang in the vehicle stared blankly at the scene. Zio Hu said to Zio Huang, "Seeing Su Hyun so strong, do we still need to help?" Zio Huang also remained silent, instructing Zio Hu to stay still and not cause any trouble, as a small mistake could lead to problem. The next morning, Zio Hu recounted the events from the previous night, expressing admiration for Su Hyun. Zio Huang felt very proud of Su Hyun. Previously, he had thought that Su Hyun was just putting on an act like other beastmasters, but now he realized his true ability. Su Hyun patted his head, saying there was nothing special about him. Everyone fought very well too. This moment, someone came in to report that someone had arrived. The whole group rushed out to see the situation. A convoy from the command center appeared. Io Huang felt something was off. Every time military points were calculated, the command center would report late, at least by noon. Today, there was no prior notice and they arrived very early. Su Huan immediately thought of a name. When the person stepped out of the car, everyone could see clearly. He stepped out and exuded an authoritative air. It was Lu Lang, the commander of the Northern Defense Line. Xiao Huang and everyone immediately stood at attention to salute. Lu Lang entered while puffing on a cigarette, saying that the royal city hadn't changed much after all these years. Xiao Huang was so moved that he couldn't hold back his tears, not expecting the commander to remember his name, and even mentioned how hard it must have been to come from so far. Lu Lang waved his hand, saying the trip only took less than 10 minutes, it wasn't that far. Then he rushed over to Su Huan, asking if anyone knew him. Su Huan was a little flustered and accidentally called him commander. Lu Lang then grabbed Su Huan's shoulder and asked, "What did you just call me?" Su Huan quickly corrected himself and called him third senior brother. He really liked life here. Lo Lang patted Su Huan's head like a brother, telling him not to be so polite. He always boasted about having taken in the talented disciple Su Huan. The last time Su Huan came to the command center, he didn't meet Lo Lang because Lo Lang was dealing with a fire and happened to run into a group of troublemakers. That's why Lo Lang came here to meet Su Huan. Group of little Huang stood frozen for 5 seconds when they learned that Commander Lo Lang had come here just for Su Huan. Huang thought Su Huan was just an ordinary linguist, but unexpectedly he was Zhou He's disciple, and fortunately he didn't cause any trouble. Lo Lang signaled for the little Huang to go calculate the harvest from the past half-month. Meanwhile, he and Su Huan would have a short conversation. Lo Lang told Su Huan to summon Long Shijai, as Zhou He had assigned him here to check Su Huan's progress. Su Huan shuddered, thinking that Zhou He would give him more freedom once they left the city. Didn't expect that there would be an additional spy sent. When Su Huan summoned Long Shijai, Lo Lang looked and unexpectedly exclaimed, "Oh my, look at this giant creature before us." Lo Lang was surprised when he heard Zhou He say that Long Shijai had only hatched less than a month ago. Su Huan pretended not to know, explaining that since he had mastered the dragon energy system, Long Shijai grew quickly due to frequent battles. "Is there a problem, senior brother?" Lo Lang waved his hand, saying it was fine that back then, his senior brother raised one even larger than Long Shijai. Lo Lang switched to the main issue, saying he needed to test Long Shijai's combat ability. He also wanted to test his own strength against a dragon-type pet. Lo Lang then summoned the Thunder Rod Rhino. The Thunder Rod Rhino was a dangerous species of both earth and dragon types. The species and level of the Thunder Rod Rhino were among the most dangerous. However, Lo Lang had raised the Thunder Rod Rhino to the point where it far exceeded the initial dangerous levels. Additionally, with the special boots, even against a grown terrifying species, it could still last a long time. "This is one of the senior brother's strong creatures," Lo Lang said, winking at Su Huan mischievously. Looking at the majestic Thunder Rod Rhino standing in front of them, Long Shijai turned to look at Su Huan with pleading eyes. Su Huan felt sorry, pleading with Lo Lang to be gentle. Otherwise, the Thunder Rod Rhino would crush Long Shijai. Lo Lang only sneered. "What are you talking about gently? Thunder Rod Rhino is very well mannered, so there's no need to worry. It won't hurt the little brat." Su Huan nodded, and Lo Lang signaled for the Thunder Rod Rhino to get into a ready stance. It raised its leg powerfully. The ground within a 5-meter radius shattered like a spider's web. Su Huan and Long Shijai were swept into the vortex. He could feel the floating technique in action. This was the result after Su Huan had refined his mind. This could cause the female creature to release powerful energy. Su Huan unknowingly stopped his wandering thoughts. He signaled for Long Shijai to use aggressive claw to escape the vortex. Long Shijai grabbed Su Huan's shoulder. The sharp jerk, Su Huan soared into the air. After being lifted by Long Shijai, he looked down below at the city wall. He quickly raised his hand and shouted, "Long Shijai, use evil shot, combine forces to attack the electric armored beast." As soon as the command was given, Long Shijai's eyes lit up. It opened its mouth and released a barrage of powerful shots downward. However, even after being hit, the electric armored beast remained unharmed, its body as stiff as a rock. Su Huan thought anxiously, hoping that Long Shijai could counterattack the electric armored beast, but that was truly impossible. Even losing beautifully would be a dream. He could only hope that Long Shijai would demonstrate the growth it had shown over time, so as not to disappoint the teacher, even though they were miles apart. Thinking this, Su Huan continued to give orders, using speed to launch continuous attacks, employing the swift bind move. Long Shijai didn't hesitate, flapping its wings to get close to the electric armored beast, its body emitting a brilliant purple light. At this moment, it looked like an invisible bullet, only the faint streaks of light following its flight direction, and the falling beams of energy could be seen. The electric armored beast lost focus. Long Shijai seized the opportunity, opening its mouth and creating a huge ball of air. It shot straight towards the electric armored beast. When the dust cloud finally dissipated, the electric armored beast remained still, only slightly affected. Su Hyuan noticed something was off, worry visible on his face, and loudly instructed to use Earth energy level recovery state. Long Shijai was now exhausted, landing back on the ground. Both Long Shijai and the electric armored beast began to enter a recovery state. When the time was right, Su Hyuan gave the order. Now Long might use Earth power. Long Shijai's eyes shone, roaring as the earth around it churned. A series of large and small rocks tightened around the lower half of the electric armored beast, immobilizing. This fortification only enraged the electric armored beast further. In the blink of an eye, the electric armored beast stomped hard, shattering the surrounding rocks. Long Shijai couldn't resist and was thrown backward without being able to react. Su Hyuan saw this from above, hurriedly jumping down and shouting, "Long Shijai." Letter 187 Lang laughed and said, "Ha ha, Junior's strategy isn't bad, but the electric armored beast has reached level 9, breaking your earth power easily." Su Hyuan rubbed Long Shijai's head, dissatisfied, and continued, "Senior, if you have any techniques, just use them to report back to the teacher." Letter 187 Lang laughed and scratched his head, apologizing. He knew he had overdone it, but Long Shijai's abilities had improved significantly. He patted Su Hyuan's shoulder, saying, "Very good, the teacher will be very pleased." Long Shijai's growth exceeded expectations. Its awakening speed surpassed even Letter 187 Lang's. At that time, Teacher Jiao truly accepted a very talented junior. Time passed quickly, the snow fell heavily after third senior brother left, and winter had arrived. The cold guard post had no high walls for shelter, only relying on sleeping bags to fight off the winter chill. Avin shivered from the cold, sighing, "It's so cold, it's only the start of winter and my body's already numb." Hearing this, the man beside him chuckled and replied, "Then why don't you become a language master? You see, my brother has the protection of spiritual power. What can you do?" Suddenly the central alarm rang, breaking the quiet of the late night. Everyone quickly stood up, anxiously shouting, "Hurry, warning." Outside the door, An Hawing ran in to announce, "Guard post number 3 to the north called to report that plantation number 2 was invaded by a group of dangerous species." He immediately assigned tasks. TI Letter 1EC3 UH Letter 185 and To go to assist guard post number 3. I'll lead Avin and TI Letter 1EC3 UL Letter 1EF to keep watch here. Upon receiving the orders, everyone quickly stood up and rushed out. A while later in the freezing snowstorm, the rescue convoy set out. Team leader Lai's voice rang out, "This situation is very serious. Plantation post number 2 has been taken. More than 20 level 2 dangerous species and many lower level dangerous species have invaded the plantation. Currently, everyone at the plantation is trapped in the dormitory. Only 10 security beasts remain to hold them off. The situation is very tense." However, being attacked by the dangerous strain was only a matter of time. All rescue teams from guard posts 3 and 4, along with the main forces from the 2 plantations, were dispatched and had to assemble by 4 a.m., deploying the attack exactly at 4. At this, Hong turned to Zio Hu to urge him. It was already 3:40, drive faster. Zio Hu replied yes. After some more travel, the last convoy finally reached Plantation 25, northwest direction, Gate 6. Hong raised his hand in signal, shouting a report to the chief at guard post 7 of North Hong Than village. Zio Hu, Su Hyuan had arrived at the designated point. The chief ordered via radio to quickly take position. "I will update the situation," Hong replied yes. As soon as the words ended, other teams reported, "We have scouted." The mixed group had swept around Gate 6 northwest. Now in the valley with the bodies of plantation workers, surviving workers moved to the dormitory for defense. The sound of roaring engines continued, accompanied by continuous artillery explosion. On the radio, a voice directed, "All personnel arrange vehicles in a spear formation." The 2 lead vehicles directly advanced to the staff dormitory to set fires. Attention, this time the dangerous strain is a pack of venomous female wolves, extremely powerful, aiming precisely at the head, must attack quickly to rescue trapped workers. Inside, the tank's cannon fire echoed loudly. Under this pressure, the venomous female wolves were quickly eliminated, unable to react. At the same time, the alpha venomous wolf stood atop the hill, eyes blazing red, sharp teeth clenched, tilted its head back, and let out a resounding howl. All 500 people rushed towards Su Hyuan's group. Inside the vehicle, Su Hyuan sensed something unusual, held Zio Hu's seat tightly, and said, "Drive slower, keep distant." Hong beside him looked puzzled and asked, "What's wrong?" Antu asked, "Did you hear the strange howl?" The more he explained, the more worried he became. I once heard the teacher say, venomous female wolves can evolve into leaders, though the chance is low. Ahead of the vehicle, the venomous female wolves charged. Hong hurriedly asked, this is really bad, and too, they are spreading out, what does it mean? Su Huan thought, surely the alpha female wolf is commanding. No wonder the smaller ones broke through the defenses. At the alpha's spot, it continuously used skills to control the others. Surrounding it was a strange black aura. This skill is the innate talent of the venomous female wolf, called Wolf Seal. Black aura spread, everyone in the vehicle asked in panic, toxic smoke. The radio echoed, turn on infrared, stay alert, don't let teammates get hurt. Su Huan realized the situation was complicated, shouted, it's not simple. Zio who fell back, Zio who replied yes. Su Huan's premonition proved correct. The adjacent vehicle was attacked fiercely by the venomous wolves. Hong looked outside, called Anne to look. This venomous female wolf was enormous, unlike the other. Just one claw it tore the roof. The people inside screamed ah. The vehicle was quickly overturned by the giant. Smaller wolves ran over to surround it. Zio who drove close then stopped at a distance. Su Huan shouted, companion image Lan, the alpha female wolf has a companion skill, meaning there is another leader. Hong gripped his gun pointing forward, said, arise. As he spoke, the venomous female wolf lunged like lightning, mouth open revealing sharp fangs. It unhesitatingly rammed the side of the vehicle, shattering the glass. Hong barely raised his hand to shield his face from flying shards. Luckily the vehicle held, braked sharply to a stop. Zio, who demonstrated driving skills, spun 90 degrees to avoid smoke. Hong did not sit idle, continuously firing at the venomous female wolf. Damn, too tough. Bullets ricocheted repeatedly, but it remained unfazed. Hong, helpless, couldn't penetrate its armor. Venomous female wolf lost patience, stomped its hind legs on the ground. It jumped, claws swinging straight toward Su Huan's vehicle. With one swipe, the vehicle was torn apart like scrap metal. Su Huan inside, terrified, face pale, sweat dripping. As he regained composure, the venomous female wolf's mouth was right in front. He calmly called Long Shijai. Long Shijai appeared, wings blocking in front of Su Huan, roaring. Its eyes blazed, using Dragon Might skill, pressing down. The venomous female wolf retreated slightly, seemingly afraid of the pressure. Long Shijai opened its mouth, used evil missile skill, creating a large purple energy sphere. Flapped its wings, firing multiple beams at the venomous female wolf. It had no time to react. In a blink, the venomous female wolf was blasted away. Its massive body collapsed to the ground, no longer intact. Danger neutralized, Su Huan took the radio, reporting, Commander, I am Beast Master Su Huan. Extinguish the fire and will handle the alpha female wolf. Nearby, the chief observed through binoculars, silently praising, indeed a disciple of the protector, even just observing is powerful. Thinking, he ordered to halt all north relief at 10, handing the alpha female wolf to Master 2. We handle other mixed strains, do not disturb Master 2. Receiving the order, Su Huan jumped from the vehicle, took the radio, said understood. Around the black aura of the alpha, people ran in panic, shouting, the toxic smoke is too strong. Where is the alpha female wolf? Suddenly a loud noise erupted. Hong paid attention, pointing and to look here. Su Huan looked. The scene made him widen his eyes in shock. The alpha female wolf appeared, continuously swiping at everything around. Its gaze fixed on the man running, roaring. Cries of help sounded in vain. Mother, someone save me. In the crisis, Su Huan appeared, pointing and ordering Long Shijai stop, use evil strike. Obeying, Long Shijai used skill to leap and bite the alpha female wolf's neck. Blood flowed from its mouth. The entire alpha collapsed heavily to the ground. Humiliated, fiery anger flared, eyes sharp, teeth clenched. The man from before got up without looking back, looked at Su Huan, said thank you. He smiled happily, thinking he was about to die. The joy was short-lived. Su Huan rushed over, face terrified, shouted don't stand, run. Before finishing, sharp claws from behind pierced him, eyes widened in pain. Handled the man. The alpha female wolf withdrew its tail claws. Witnessing the horror, Su Huan was astonished. Long Shijai beside him also confused, eyes glistening. Su Huan inhaled deeply, face gray, shouted the beasts deserve death. Long Shijai used earth cleave. Long Shijai advanced, stomping the ground, cracking it. Assumed stance, roaring whirlwind rising. 2 rows of earth and rocks sprung up. The alpha female wolf recognized Long Shijai's move, used power to create multiple illusions. After the explosion, dust and debris flew everywhere. The venomous female wolf appeared intermittently, moving safely. Su Huan turned, shouted good opportunity. Zio who used fire to suppress, it leaves the team's reign. Baying behind the debris, Hong and Zio who fired replied there. Bullets flew like wind. However, the widow wolf was also very cautious, its figure continuously disappearing and reappearing, moving as fast as lightning. While it was celebrating dodging the bullets, Long Shijai seized the opportunity when it was vulnerable, charging and biting fiercely into its neck, making it scream in pain. Long Shijai's eyes opened wide, using all its strength to bite hard, releasing its anger. Su Huan spoke up at this moment. Shan guessed you would come here. Long Shijai, suppress it. Long Shijai immediately soared high, creating a strong wind that terrified the widow wolf leader, its body trembling. It swung its hand, activating dragon power to generate a slowly gathering purple air. Without hesitation, plantation, it swung its claws and charged straight at the widow wolf leader, delivering a powerful blow that nearly cracked its head open. Blood splattered everywhere. After the fierce battle, everything returned to the calmness it once had, the snow still falling heavily on the winding road. Su Huan's group's broken car, although the rear was shattered, continued to light up and run down the road. Inside the car, Mr. Hong anxiously turned to Su Huan and asked, "What's wrong? Is the situation not good?" Hearing this, Su Huan replied in a bored tone, still fiddling with his ring, just thinking about a few things. To break the heavy atmosphere, Mr. Hong laughed and said, "Like before, dangerous species invading to this extent didn't need to mobilize a summoner for rescue. If it weren't for you, the wounds would have been much worse. Mr. To, you've done a great job this time." As he spoke, he pulled up his sleeve to reveal a long scar. "See, this scar is from the first time I participated in a rescue battle." Remembering the scene at that time, everything was brutal, bodies lying everywhere, debris all around. That battle was far more devastating than this one. Around 50 people lost their lives. An armored vehicle was smashed by a special dangerous species, silverback ape. The people inside didn't have time to react and all perished. In the end, it was Tao D-stroke letter 1EA1IN Han, the commander of the northern region, and also Mr. Hong's senior brother, who stepped in to end the battle. As he finished speaking, Mr. Hong handed a jar of wine to Su Huan. "Here, take a sip, you might feel better." Su Huan took it without refusal, replying, "Thank you, Mr. Hong, I understand your intention." Mr. Hong smiled and added, "This time there's no other choice. Ordinary civilians in our base live like drifting weeds, with no place to rely on. No one can be sure that they will see tomorrow's light. Only by becoming a summoner like Mr. To can you protect yourself." At these words, Su Huan felt an indescribable emotion rise. He smiled lightly and replied, "Mr. Hong." His spirit gradually recovered. Su Huan patted Mr. Hong's shoulder and said, "Don't think too much anymore. Let's go back, Mr. Hong. I want to eat stir-fried vegetables and cook." Seeing Su Huan return to normal, Mr. Hong happily laughed. "Ha ha, all right, Mr. To, let's eat a lot. We'll make little Avin work himself to death." The rescue at the plantation was the first time Su Huan truly witnessed the death of a soldier right before his eye. He felt like a true warrior. After a short time, he finally realized that only by becoming strong could he protect himself and those around him in this chaotic world. A month later, Su Huan used the Long Blood Manual to train himself and Long Shijai, and the results were astonishing. Long Shijai not only grew larger but also controlled the energy of the three systems more powerfully. Its skills gradually awakened, and the effectiveness increased several times compared to before. While Su Huan was still diligently training, Outpost number 7 welcomed a familiar guest. The one who came was L letter 1ED7 Lang, riding on the back of a large lion from a very dangerous species, approaching and cheerfully waving. "Junior brother, long time no see." Seeing this impressive appearance, Su Huan couldn't help but exclaim. His eyes lit up and he thought to himself, "Amazing, I wonder if my Long Shijai has riding attributes." Before Su Huan could speak, L letter 1ED7 Lang jumped down and said, "Not bad, little brat." He patted Su Huan's shoulder vigorously, shaking it and saying, "I heard that you performed very well in the plantation rescue mission last time. You even got a special gift from the commander. Amazing. No wonder you're the disciple of the teacher." Su Huan immediately raised his finger and asked, "Third senior brother, didn't you say the teacher asked for monthly checkups? Why did you choose 1 month this time?" L letter 1ED7 Lang replied innocently, "Probably yes, but whatever, I was free these 2 days, so I came here, didn't want to wait until I was busy, and the teacher found something for me to do." Finishing his words, L letter 1ED7 Lang waved his hand. "All right, junior brother, quickly bring Long Shijai out so I can have a look. We'll do the checkup later." Su Huan helplessly scratched his head and stammered, "All right." Without making L letter 1ED7 Lang wait too long, he called out loudly, "Long Shijai, come out." Hearing the call, Long Shijai appeared with its large, muscular body, now twice as tall as Su Huan. L letter 1ED7 Lang looked at the scene in front of him, unable to believe his eyes, his mouth hanging open. "Impossible, how is it so fast? Damn, junior brother, your training method is perfect." Su Huan shyly avoided his gaze and replied, "How could it be? I've always followed the teacher's instructions. Maybe Long Shijai absorbs things quickly." L letter 1ED7 Lang didn't know what to say, waving his hand in refusal. "Put Long Shijai away, junior brother, no need for a checkup." According to the teacher's instructions, Long Shijai would complete its mid-training at the northern defense line and then tidy up, returning to the fortress to meet the teacher. Su Huan was shocked. "Oh, it's already finished so quickly." Before he could finish speaking, from behind, Mr. Hong and Avin came running, hugging and crying. Woo-woo. Su Hyun was startled and turned back, shouting, hey. They seemed to mourn, shaking their heads. Woo-woo, Mr. To. We can't bear it, you're gone and we can't sleep. Hearing that, Su Hyun smiled mischievously. Really? Looks like everyone is in good spirits. How about having Long Shi-jai lead everyone for a run? Mr. Hong immediately looked embarrassed, pointing at Avon. Hey, Mr. To. Stop looking at me. It's Avon who can't sleep. Avon, hearing his name, was terrified. Oh my, can't sleep, his sister. Su Hyun laughed again. Hee, none of you will escape. Let's all run with Long Shi-jai, ha. The next day in the black training room, everyone took a break from training. Su Hyun lay sprawled on the floor, sighing, I can't, I'm about to collapse. The man beside him held a stopwatch, smiling. Su Hyun has been enduring for so long as expected of the master's disciple. This month he hasn't been lazy at all. He is lamb fuck, the master's chief steward Jo Hee, absolutely loyal, once the servant of Jo Hee's father, skilled in training the spirit. At that moment, a familiar figure walked up. Lamb fuck bowed, Master Jo, congratulations on taking in a good disciple. Not a genius like the senior brothers, but persistent. After a month, the foundation of spirit training is solid. Jo Hee was delighted, looking at Su Hyun with praise. Didn't expect that after just a month the training would be completed, and done well. You must have suffered a lot during this time. He scratched his head and smiled. Not Chinese letter, teacher. In his heart, he recalled the training process, every minute feeling his growth clearly. Compared to 3 years of constant failure and no progress, this time was much better. How could this life be? C-A-L-L-E-D Chinese letter. Thinking this, Su Hyun smiled contentedly at his own effort. Jo Hee continued, Duonai. Long Shi-jai reached this level beyond expectations, which gives me more confidence in my future plans with it. Hearing this, he asked in surprise, plans? Are we going to the outer outpost? He laughed, no, I'm preparing for you to join the Continental Duel next month. Continental Duel is held annually, coordinated by 6 major sites. It's essentially a competition for the opportunity to enter the Blood Forest ruin. Su Hyun hesitated. Seeking the ruins also seems to be quite a spectacle. Haven't they had one recently? Jo Hee laughed and explained, the Blood Forest ruins are different from the ordinary ruins in the wilderness. The Blood Forest ruin is surrounded by a power barrier, inaccessible. This ruin is occupied by a powerful terror species, and the owner of the secret ground is a terrifying creature. Back then, the 6 sites teamed up. After the pressure battle, the opponent had to compromise, promising to open the secret ground once every year for 3 summoners. Thus the Continental Duel was born. Su Hyun understood, both excited and worried, asked, teacher, rare opportunity. Will the competition be intense? Do I have a chance to win with my strength? Jo Hee laughed heartily. Haha, silly brat, don't worry. The owner of the ruin only opens the outer area, not the center. For a new summoner like you it's appealing, but for real experts not so much. Su Hyun felt more at ease, happily saying, if you say so, teacher, I'll secure a spot, he praised with national spirit. He raised 4 fingers, reminding, besides you there are 4 others. We'll arrange a meeting tomorrow, then begin specialized training. Su Hyun curiously asked, where will the specialized training be? Jo Hee winked and said, Koi Hung Lam. Su Hyun turned pale. Koi Hung Lam. In the deep wilderness south of the defense line, there's a vast forest called Koi Hung Lam. This is where the giant wild bears live, 4 meters long, weighing tons, but they don't use innate energy, so they aren't classified as a dangerous species. The bears will exhibit evolution, terrifying combat power, and this place has become a deadly land. Even summoners have to avoid it, truly deserving of its name, making others cry without voice. Thinking of this, Su Hyun turned pale, sweat dripping, stammering, teacher, is Koi Hung Lam a deadly place? Jo Hee didn't care, turned away. The story of Koi Hung Lam will be clear later. Before that, go back to your room to arrange a few days, let him scream. It was raining and getting dark at Su Hyun's residence. Inside, he sat absent-mindedly, watching the 2 coins rolling on the table, thinking, before going to the outpost, the 2.5 million subsidy was all used up. Why do I have to wait another half month this time? If I want to maintain my current growth speed, food is essential. Every time it's a temporary plan, Senza has to figure out how to earn more money. In fact, Beastmasters have countless ways to earn money effectively. Language masters with healing abilities from their beasts can cure illnesses, treat wounds, and earn a considerable profit. Beastmasters who possess plant-type horses can go to plantations to harvest many resources. Beastmasters with water or electric-type beasts can also extract resources from various regions. After thinking for a moment, Su Hyun rubbed his forehead and thought, if he had the help of the old Heat Dragon manual, he might find a more efficient way. The next day at the Black Lantern Market, the atmosphere was lively, with stall owners racing to call out, come here, the newest goods, very cheap, only 2 coins. Su Hyun was also at this market, looking around, thinking. At first, he wanted to use the old Heat Dragon manual to find something, but after searching for half the day, he found nothing. Just as he was about to give up, a loud voice suddenly rang out, attracting his attention. Attention, attention, we buy Dark Master threads for high prices. Not missing the opportunity, Su Hyun immediately stepped forward and lightly tapped his hand on the table. He looked at the bald old man in front of him and asked seriously, "You buy Dark Master threads?" The bald man looked up, his gaze sharp, examining Su Hyun before answering, "Yes, we buy at a high price. Do you have any?" Su Hyun smiled and replied, "No, I just wanted to ask, what do you buy Dark Master threads for?" Before Su Hyun could finish his sentence, the bald man showed an annoyed expression and quickly shouted, "Why do you care? If you have any, I'll buy it. If not, go somewhere else. Don't bother me." Despite being scolded, Su Hyun silently looked at the paper in the man's hand and quietly calculated, 1 mh 883 coins. That means 1 gram would cost 83,000 coins. Surprising that someone would buy Dark Master threads for such a high price. It indeed helped him find a way to make money. The composition of Dark Master threads includes mucus from black octopus, black boiling resin and thickening agents, mixed in a ratio of 3:1:2 and refined at high temperatures for 75 minutes. Although according to the description in the old Heat Dragon manual, Dark Master threads had long been extinct at Black Lantern, these were not rare. It seems that as long as a Dark Master thread solution is made, it can be sold for money. That night in Su Hyun's room, the space was quiet, with dim yellow light from the window spilling in. Inside the room, he was carefully mixing a large pot of solution, saying, "Long Shi-jai, step on it twice." Long Shi-jai quickly complied, pressing his foot twice on the air blower. The fire in the furnace immediately flared up violently. Su Hyun took a bottle of green solution and poured it into the pot, laughing out loud, "Done." Among the 13 divisions in Black Lantern, there was a powerful research organization specializing in researching dangerous creatures and their energy sources. This research organization had 3 main institutes, which might be the place to buy Dark Master threads in large quantity. After a while, Su Hyun finally finished his work, pouring the solution into several small bottles. He arranged them into a large crate while thinking, although this transaction can make a lot of money, if too many Dark Master threads are sold, the old Heat Dragon manual will be discovered. Dark Master threads are not only rare but also grow slowly. Some dangerous species like to eat the young leaves of Dark Master threads, making it even rarer. A 1-meter Dark Master thread plant can only yield a few milliliters of thread each year. The appearance of a large quantity would attract attention. Thinking of this, he had an idea. Then the best way is find a place to buy cheaply and sell at a high price, then leave. With a decision made, the next morning, Su Hyun was at the trading market, his eyes shining as he searched for the goods he needed. After a while of searching, he stopped in front of a store named Hong Fa Trading, thinking to himself, "This store." As soon as he stepped inside, Su Hyun quickly pulled out numerous bottles of Dark Master thread and placed them on the table. He looked at the owner, asking, 30G for 250,000 coins, can I buy it? The owner, seeing the pile of Dark Master threads on the table, was surprised and flustered, stammering, I can buy, but where did you get so much?" Su Hyun had no intention of answering, pulling out a sword and pointing it directly at the owner, making her turn pale in fear. "Don't ask if you shouldn't." Transaction quickly succeeded, and Su Hyun immediately left the store without leaving any trace. Su Hyun happily took the money, thinking, this money can't be used right away. It's best to go to the shop to exchange some food for Long Shi-jai, wait a while and then see. At that moment, he ran into his special training teammates. A while later in the main building, a loud voice said, "I know Su Hyun. We trained together before, just an ordinary person, no Beastmaster talent." The green-haired man smiled and continued, "I never expected to be lucky enough to be favored by the Beastmaster and accepted as a disciple. He's Wang Zun, a horse-level beastman, who participated in this special training with Su Hyun." Another person sitting opposite slammed the table and shouted, "Someone relied on luck, and the Beastmaster allowed him to be the team leader in this duel. His name is La Sung, a horse-level beastman from a wealthy family with a completely dangerous species beast, the bloodthirsty beast." Short-haired girl sitting behind was Luna, a beastmaster, the strongest in the group, with a dangerous species beast, the middle-level mature stage Iron Devil beast. She continued, "Last year's team leader was L1E5C Han. Although he only ranked 4th, his strength is not to be underestimated." The purple-haired girl laughed and interrupted, "Are you all questioning the Beastmaster's decision? Don't even talk, even your teachers wouldn't dare to question it." He continued, "We all know Su Hyun, but we must admit that we overestimated ourselves. His first beast is the top-level dangerous species, Long Shi-jai, and we haven't even got a high-level dangerous species yet." At that moment, Lam Fuck walked in from outside and gestured to Su Hyun, "The Beastmaster is busy and can't come, you go in first." Lam Fuck stood in front of everyone and said, "No need to be polite, introduce yourselves. I'll excuse myself now, don't disturb you." Lam Fuck finished speaking, quickly leaving and closing the door behind him. Wang Zun looked at Su Hyun and smiled. Team leader, you're here. Luna also laughed mockingly. Yes, the team leader only has one Beastmaster, ha. Su Hyun didn't reply, just glanced coldly at everyone. Feeling the tense atmosphere, he guessed the situation somewhat, thinking, this atmosphere is a bit unusual. When things became quieter, the purple-haired girl awkwardly smiled and said, Ah, Su Hyun. She stood up, extending her hand and introducing herself. I'm Lam Vu Han, a Beastmaster for more than a year now, currently an official Beastmaster. I have two beasts, a flower demon fox, a dangerous species, middle-level mature stage. Su Hyun smiled and replied, I'm Su Hyun, just became a Beastmaster 2 months ago. I currently have a beast, Long Shijai, top-level dangerous species, middle-level mature stage. Sung stood up and mocked, truly impressive, 12 months to become an official Beastmaster, and his first beast is Long Shijai. Su Hyun didn't back down, replying, yes, indeed, much more impressive than you. La Sung gritted his teeth, angrily shouting, you. He raised his hand, commanding, red scale beast appear. La Sung's beast immediately appeared, a giant armored dragon with a massive body. La Sung looked at Su Hyun and asked, how about it, are you scared? Su Hyun didn't respond immediately, raised his hand in thought. Long Shijai cannot beat it right now, but with the help of the old Heat Dragon manual, I'm sure I'll find a way. Su Hyun looked at La Sung and said, it seems it's not a top-level dangerous species, right? Don't you have one? La Sung, angry and unsure how to retort, could only yell, Su Hyun. Luna stepped forward to stop him. This is a meeting arranged by the Beastmaster, La Sung. You need to think about the consequences. Su Hyun smiled and said, don't worry, the Beastmaster won't do anything to you. But if you summon your beast recklessly, I don't know what the security team will do. La Sung realized he had acted a bit impulsively, quickly recalled his beast, muttering, next time we'll duel, just wait. Su Hyun coldly replied, teammates like this, I'd better not meet them. Teammates like this, I don't want to cooperate, Su Hyun thought to himself. After speaking, he walked out and slammed the door shut in front of them. La Sung angrily shouted, what's he acting all high and mighty for? Wang Zun sat still, crossing his legs, advising, don't rush, there will be a chance to deal with him. Su Hyun leisurely walked up the large stair. He recalled what he had said the previous day. Tomorrow, according to the teacher's plan, you have to go to the hero's forest. He sighed, thinking to himself, those disobedient teammates must be a test from the teacher. Using special training after returning, I'll become the official team leader, Su Hyun told himself. Time passed the next morning at Su Hyun's home. Birds chirped to welcome the new day. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. A person outside called out loudly, Master To, I'm Truong Than, the captain of the Black Lantern Guards. I will escort you to the hero's forest this time. Su Hyun stood inside the house and called out, come in. Truong Than entered, placed a map on the table. He spoke up, Master To, this is the location currently gathering dark energy. The destination this time is a medium-sized gathering point at the edge of Hai Hong Lin, Maoding Town. The distance from Maoding Town to the Dark Gathering is less than 150 km, but the actual road is rough as only half the way is repaired. In addition, dangerous species may appear along the way, so it will take 1-2 days to arrive. Su Hyun sighed softly. Zhang Cheng smiled and asked, Master Tu, do you have any doubts? He turned and replied, no, let's depart. The group started moving. The road was truly difficult. The vehicle shook violently as Zhang Cheng had warned. Sitting in the vehicle, Su Hyun studied the map intently, thinking the dark was suspended on Koi Ji I letter 1EA3 Hoa Yuan Mao Ding Town, and Koi Hong Lin was similar. This area was enormous with dozens of large gathering points, and even more medium and small points. Dusk fell and the vehicle stopped in front of a city gate with a proper name. Zhang Cheng looked at Su Hyun and said, Master Tu has arrived. The handover will happen shortly. We will stay here tonight. He smiled and replied, all right. On the city wall, a person holding a radio said, hello, I am the town chief of your sector, and Delu, asking if the dark team suspended has any business. Zhang Cheng replied through the radio, I am the captain of the 1st Guard Unit, 3rd Detachment, Tactical Team 5 of the Dark who is suspended. We need to enter town to rest. And Delu continued, please provide the latest passcode. Zhang Cheng handed a paper, checked and read the code 7G3522A689XD. Upon receiving the code, the gate quickly opened. Inside and Delu ran out to greet. Chief Zhang came from afar. It must have been hard. Zhang Cheng smiled and replied, and Delu, well-spirited, this time I am bringing a distinguished guest. Arrange accommodation for me. He excitedly pointed inside. I will take care of it, my old friend, go ahead. At night, Su Hyun was assigned a room in a large building. Large rations were transported into his room. Someone asked, Master Tu, are the spirit beast supplies ready? Zhang Cheng pointed and introduced, this is Chen Han, your personal soldier. Su Hyun replied, all right, much appreciated. After speaking, he waved his hand and commanded, come out, Long Ziyajai. Long Shijai immediately appeared with a towering massive form. He smiled and patted it, you have held back long enough. eat a little. Witnessing this, Zhang Cheng and Chen Han were shocked, mouths agape, thinking is this Master Tu's pet horse. Both looked at the large rations in astonishment, wondering if Master Tu could feed his spirit pet such quantities. Before they could ask, Long Shijai exhaled a thick purple smoke toward the ration. Numerous boxes opened, spilling food everywhere. Long Shijai inhaled, consuming all the food effortlessly, chewed ravenously while glancing at Zhang Cheng and Chen Han with a judging look. Feeling that gaze, the two looked at each other helplessly, wondering, is it testing us? Chen Han spoke, Master Tu, this place differs from the dark suspended. No night restriction, nightlife rich, some comrades plan entertainment, would you like to join? Su Huan cut in smiling, everyone go ahead, I am staying, find me a guide, I want to walk around town. As he finished speaking, a small hand knocked on the door handle from outside. A petite girl carrying a bag of sweet potatoes stepped in, asking, Mr. Tu, would you like a guide? Girl realized her mistake, quickly explained, yes, sorry, Anna did not eavesdrop. Grandpa and Delu told me to bring this specialty for you. Chen Han smiled and introduced, this girl isn't Delu's granddaughter. If you need a guide, she is most suitable. Su Huan cheerfully replied, that works, much appreciated, Anna responded happily. Under Anna's guidance, Su Huan strolled through town, thinking the packing rooms were special, architecture different from the dark guard. Most houses were triangular, square, rectangular, very lively. Everyone liked dark brown tiled roofs traditionally. According to Anna, there were hundreds of such houses. Both residences and grocery shops were on Trainum mountain slopes. Further away stood a small stone fort like a mini fortress, the town hall headquarters. Anna smiled and asked Mr. Tu, tonight there is a beast fight, are you interested? Su Huan asked in surprise, a beast fight. Girl explained, guards and townsfolk sometimes catch wild beasts, let them duel, attracting spectators. The wild beasts that die in the fight are shared among the people. Today there was a special fight, a wild beast versus a tiger, drawing a large crowd. Su Huan thought the wild tiger is a common beast but very ferocious. Observing will help in raising Long Shijai. Thinking so, he cheerfully agreed, let's go watch the fight. Anna responded excitedly, After a while both got tickets. Anna held two, saying 2 tickets. The ticket seller smiled at Su Huan, oh, Anna has a boyfriend, this handsome guy just arrived, why not seen in town? Anna blushed and fumed loudly, Aunt Barina, don't speak nonsense. Without saying more, Anna pulled Su Huan inside. Let's go, hurry, Mr. Tu. Entering the stands, people greeted Anna, sit here, this spot is good. Anna politely declined, thank you, not convenient today, next time for sure. Su Huan thought, Anna really has a reputation in town. A man approached, greeting distinguished guest Anna, why free today to come here? Girl seriously said, old uncle, I accompany this distinguished guest, arrange the best seats, or I will tell grandpa. He looked at Su Huan, asking, who is this young man? Observing, he noticed something, eyes wide in astonishment. What he saw was the ring Su Huan wore. This mage ring must not offend. Thinking so, he said, sir respected, welcome to the town arena. Su Huan smiled, pleased to be here. Once everyone settled, the trumpet sounded signaling the start of the fight. On the arena floor, a girl shouted, spectators, the town fight will begin. Welcome to watch. The stands were lively, everyone cheering. The announcer continued. As expected, the guard team brought a wild tiger over 3 meters long, weighing more than 300 caddies. The tiger's eyes were red, it opened its mouth and roared loudly. Everyone gasped, this tiger was very fierce, the best hunter in town, caught by asset. The crowd cheered, start quickly. Anna raised her hand, cheering enthusiastically, go. The host said, calm down, let me introduce the opponent. She pointed to the large cage, shouting, it is. I admit I have never seen such a strange fight beast. Hope little fire brings joy to everyone. Someone threw a small cage forcefully to the ground, the lid popped open. Golden-furred beast lifted its head, eyes sparkling brightly. Before understanding, the wild tiger lunged fiercely. Seeing danger, the golden beast quickly jumped out of the cage. It screamed, hitting the gate trying to escape but could not. The audience laughed heartily, ha ha, first time seeing this kind of run. Su Huan saw the golden-furred creature and immediately recognized it, exclaiming, what is this? It definitely isn't that type, right? Back in the arena, the wild tiger focused on its prey, letting out a loud growl to show its strength. Immediately, it charged forward to attack. Despite the small, weak creature screaming pitifully, it didn't stop. The platypus turned its head, its eyes filled with fear, and it let out a loud scream. At this moment, the wild tiger appeared from behind. Fortunately, the platypus managed to dodge, saving its life. Wild tiger was enraged for failing to catch its prey, its eyes full of determination. It didn't give up, continuing the chase. It silently approached the terrified platypus in the corner of the wall. The audience in the stands buzzed with excitement over the rapid confrontation, thinking that the prey would be eaten, but never expected it to counterattack so fiercely. The child couldn't help but express surprise, asking their mother, Mom, what kind of beast is this? It's so strong. At the same time, Su Huan was thinking about the notes from the ancient Jiat Long Dian, recalling that in the world of dangerous creatures, there were 4 types of creatures that only appeared in legends, known as the 4 divine system. The 4 systems in the legend include the inner system and the mystical system. There's also the divine relic system and the mythology system. Thinking about this, Su Hyun became even more certain of his judgment. It couldn't be mistaken. With speed and reflexes like this, only mythical creatures could achieve it. With the yellow mark on its forehead and its sensitive physique, this little wild beast was one of the 4 divine systems, a member of the mystical system, the Timbao beast. The Timbao beast is a dangerous advanced species, not possessing strong offensive capabilities, but it has the special power of the mystical system, able to seek treasures, even considering treasures as food. Its traces usually appear only in desolate areas, but to encounter it here, this opportunity couldn't be missed. Su Hyun looked at Anna, asking, "Anna, can I buy this little creature?" The girl seemed confused, replying, "Mr. Chuo, this creature has already been officially sold to Uncle Rod, and Uncle Rod is the owner of the Treasure M arena. All the assets in the arena belong to him." Knowing this, Su Hyun didn't give up. He smiled and said, "Please, Anna, take me to meet him." A while later, in a small room beneath the arena, Anna led Su Hyun to meet Rod, and the man spoke. "I'm afraid it's not possible, Anna. Even though you're my friend, I can't agree to this request. You know the arena's rules, unless someone is severely injured or dead, otherwise it can't stop." Anna hugged him tightly, acting coy. "Uncle Rod, please help me." Rod laughed bitterly, explaining, "It's not about the money, Anna." Unable to use this tactic anymore, Anna switched to another method. "Uncle Rod, I know the creature was bought for 2,000. Can I pay you 4,000? Rod laughed. "All right, Anna, but you should know, even my father never broke the arena rules." At this point, Su Hyun spoke. "Mr. Rod, are you worried about the notes and the entrance ticket?" Su Hyun's words made Rod flustered. "I know this creature isn't rare, but do you really want it?" Su Hyun smiled and explained, "You misunderstood. I have my own reasons, but I don't want you to break the rules. I have an idea. I wonder if you would agree." After a moment of discussion, the arena's loudspeaker announced, "Due to special circumstances, the match will be temporarily suspended." As soon as this information was announced, the audience in the stands was furious. "We bought tickets. Why is the match stopped? Can your arena even stay open?" The arena manager stood up and clarified, "Please don't get upset, I'll explain. First, the entrance fees will be refunded threefold and the betting money will also be returned. Second, this match will be truly spectacular." He pointed towards Su Hyun. "We invite the new challenger, Su Hyun." The audience became excited again. A new challenger. It's been so long since we've had a match like this. Rod really knows how to surprise us. Wild Tiger roared when it saw Su Hyun stepping out, its mouth full of sharp fangs. It lunged forward like a lightning bolt, but Su Hyun had no intention of dodging. The audience on the stands was terrified. "He's going to die." Anna stood watching, worried. "Mr. Chuo must win. He has to win." Waiting for the wild tiger to get close, Su Hyun smiled lightly, pointing forward. "Come out, Long Shijai." As soon as the command was given, Long Shijai sprang out from the Beastmaster's ring. The wild tiger froze in fear when it saw Long Shijai's aura, its whole body stiffening, its legs trembling. The audience erupted again. "A Beastmaster. It's been so long since we've seen such a powerful Beastmaster." Anna cheered happily. "Mr. Chuo, long live." Rod stood watching in disbelief. A young one like this actually possesses such a strong Beastmaster. But then he felt lucky. Good thing I had enough guests earlier. It seemed Anna had found an amazing friend. The arena suddenly became silent. Long Shijai's appearance had changed everything. The wild tiger was no longer as fierce as before. Su Hyun looked at the tiger with sharp eyes, long eyes. Immediately, a purple aura enveloped Long Shijai, radiating with power. The wild tiger seemed to turn into a tame cat, motionless, tears streaming out but unable to move. It could only beg, "Don't kill me, I was wrong." Long Shijai suddenly looked in another direction, making Su Hyun follow his gaze. What Long Shijai saw was the Timbao beast, running away in fear. Su Hyun thought, with this physique it might be a newly born one. Its reaction and speed are so fast, truly a mystical species. Pointed forward, use the evil tactic, go. Long Shijai didn't hesitate, charging straight towards the Timbao beast. The Timbao beast screamed in fear when it saw Long Shijai. Could only try to escape. However, Su Hyun didn't stop. Use stage 2 awakening, accelerate. Long Shijai was enhanced, a white aura enveloped around its body. Speed surged, rapidly heading towards the Timbao beast. The blink of an eye, the distance closed, and Long Shijai was right behind the Timbao beast. Just then the Timbao beast managed to dodge, leaping to the side. Su Hyun shouted, "Long Eye Stage 2, Combat Strike." Long Shijai seemed to turn into a wild beast, its eyes bloodshot, the dense purple aura surrounding it. A powerful storm of lightning erupted from the center of the arena. The audience was terrified. Is this the power of a Beastmaster? The security team will be wiped out. The Timbao beast had nowhere to run, standing still, tears streaming, Maru Maru. It saw Long Shijai's long, sharp claws reaching out. Timbao beast stood motionless, with no way out. Long Shijai quickly moved forward, lifting the Timbao beast in front of Su Hyun. "This time, you can't escape." Timbao beast surrendered, Maru Maru. A moment later in the management office, Rod was delighted. "Beastmaster sir, truly amazing." Su Hyun smiled, "Thank you. I was curious how such a fast creature got caught." Rod laughed, ha ha ha, it's a vassal of the Black Lantern treasure. This place is also an important supply point. Rod explained it was caught in the wine cellar of the treasure M. It was said this little fire creature had repeatedly sneaked into the wine cellar, breaking jars of 30-year-old wine, originally intended to bring to the treasure city for Master Black Lantern. It was chased by many for 7 days, seemingly doomed to fail completely. In the end, it was found sleeping soundly inside a wine jar. At this point he could not help laughing. The story was so funny it made him roar with laughter. During the strange past of the treasure beast, Su Hyun could only sigh, not surprised that it had great innate power, all thanks to luck. Once everything was settled, the two returned home together. Outside the door, Su Hyun looked at the little girl and gently said, "Anna, thank you this time, consider me in your debt." The girl blushed and replied, "It's nothing, I heard Master Su will be busy tomorrow, rest early." He nodded right, he would ask Chen Han next time to bring some interesting things from Black Lantern. That night in Su Hyun's room, he stood still observing the cage containing the treasure beast. He asked angrily, "You're something else, why that expression? If I hadn't saved you from the arena, you would have died there sooner or later." Hearing this, the treasure beast calmed down, looking pitiful, weakly whining. Su Hyun gently touched its long beak, thinking, this iron cage is still small, if it were Long Shijai, it would have already broken free. This treasure beast really lacks aggression. Next was planning to raise this little fire creature. What to do? Even the old Japanese dragon classic didn't know what it liked to eat. Thinking this, his eyes flashed, a wicked smile appearing, let it starve for a few days. He spoke while smiling, when hungry, it will eat anything offered. Suddenly the ring on Su Hyun's hand vibrated, emitting a faint purple light. He was startled, exclaiming, "It's grown, I forgot to feed Long Shijai at night." Without hesitation, Su Hyun went to fetch a large barrel of food. He placed the barrel on the table, sighing wearily. Su Hyun poured all the food boxes into a large, overflowing bucket. Seeing the pile, the treasure beast's eyes lit up brightly. Beside him, Su Hyun still diligently stirred the food with a spoon. The treasure beast could not resist, saliva dripping, softly calling Maru. After mixing, he wiped his sweat and said, "Eat triple the usual, it should last until tomorrow morning." The smell of food wafted into the treasure beast's nose, making it restless. Su Hyun raised his hand to summon Long Shijai from the cave. In a blink, Long Shijai appeared, eyes focused on the full bucket. It charged forward, devouring the delicious food. Treasure beast was shocked to see Long Shijai eat without sharing, tears streaming down. Su Hyun noticed its unique expression, quite surprised. He approached and asked, "You want to eat too?" The treasure beast immediately nodded repeatedly. Su Hyun quickly scooped a full spoon of food, smiled and offered it to the treasure beast, saying, "Here, eat." It sniffed around, then lunged in, looking satisfied. However, Long Shijai's expression changed, its eyes wide with astonishment. Su Hyun watched the treasure beast finish its food and thought, unexpectedly it likes what Long Shijai eats, no need to worry about hunger anymore. Thinking this, he cheerfully asked, "Still want more? I'll give more later." But before he could, the full pile had vanished, the little beast had eaten it all. He helplessly looked at Long Shijai and reminded, "In the future you must eat less, leave some for the treasure beast." Hearing this, it got angry, smoke rising. "Why do you say that?" Being it stubborn, Su Hyun tapped it on the head with the spoon, saying, "All right, today you two will eat your fill." At dawn, standing on the wall, Anna waved happily in farewell. The next morning, Su Hyun bid Anna goodbye, departing for Dingtan Zhen. Compared to her foot, Dingtan Zhen was much larger, had a training field, mainly producing steel, copper, and sheets. According to Zhang Cheng, Dingtan Zhen and Kui Hung Lam also harbored something else. To discipline, Zhang Cheng did not elaborate, only saying Su Hyun would understand upon arrival. After a while, the vehicle reached Dingtan Zhen. Entering Dingtan Zhen, Su Hyun felt the strong industrial aura, the smell of coal filling the air. Zhang Cheng led Su Hyun to the management hall. Now he understood the secret. It turned out there were thousands of residents and 150 guards, an independent small point, but in fact vassals of Black Lantern, supplying metals and crops. Minerals in Kui Hung Lam could not be mined by ordinary people, but Dingtan Zhen could extract large quantities, astonishing Su Hyun. The whole Kui Hung Lam was the teacher's domain. He could even control the bears with a single divine pet. That evening in the management room, everyone raised a toast. Only Su Hyun stood silently by the window. He sighed, thinking, "I already admire the teacher, but his power exceeds imagination." According to the management committee, Kui Hung Lam had 4 divine guardian pets, the strongest being the divine master Black Lantern Bao, the other 3 at least divine items. Although called Black Lantern people, but that night in Su Hyun's room, he gently petted the treasure beast's head. Teasing its cheeks, he thought, for a divine master, a rare divine pet is even more alluring than power or money. Ordinary people cannot recognize a treasure beast, the best way is. Thinking this, he looked at it and asked, "Little fire, do you want to be my companion?" Treasure beast looked up with sparkling eyes, replying, "Maru Maru." In the surge of emotion, its stomach gurgled. Su Hyun helplessly laughed, thinking, "Let it eat first, we'll decide afterward." Prompted to eat, Long Shijai immediately sat up, roaring loudly, startling him. That night from Su Hyuan's room came shouts, "Do you want to eat? Eat properly." After learning about the 4 divine masters of Kui Hung Lam, Su Hyuan planned to go immediately, but chose to stay in Liu Dingzhen for 3 more days. Simple reason, he wanted to bond spiritually with the treasure beast to control it any time. However, bonding spiritually was not easy. The beast's consciousness rejected all attempts. Even flipping through the old Japanese Dragon classic, he found no relevant records, so Su Hyuan came up with a foolish method. Confidently stepped outside, shouting, "Aren't you looking for treasure? Fine, let me take you to find it." However, things were not as simple as he thought, not as easy as expected. He woke up, pointed at the treasure-hunting beast and scolded, "Useless thing, you were supposed to be looking for treasure, yet all morning you've been chasing butterflies or something. Aren't you still a child?" He cracked his knuckles, threatening, "If I find out you're just a useless beast, I'll bring you to Long Shijai to eat." This made it jump. Frightened, it cried out, "CHI letter 1 EBFU, CHI letter 1 EBFU. To protect itself, it clenched its fist, showing strong determination. Maru. After a while of searching, the treasure-hunting beast pointed ahead and called, "Maru Maru." Su Hyuan happily turned back and asked, "Found it?" However, what he saw was a sign that read, "Huanba Stealth and Learning Class." He asked disappointedly, "Didn't you say there was a treasure's aura here?" The treasure-hunting beast blushed and nodded, "Maru Maru." Su Hyuan pondered, "This seems to be real. There seems to be some mysterious energy around it." Thinking this, he smiled with delight. He grabbed the treasure-hunting beast and said, "HMPH, you don't want to go. Who knows what kind of strange item this is? I'll bring it back for Long Shijai as food." Hearing that it would be used as food, it pointed to the bar and screamed, "Maru." After confirming, Su Hyuan asked one last time, "Do you really want to look for this treasure?" It nodded, "Maru." However, he turned and said, "But why should I help you find a treasure?" This made the treasure-hunting beast despair. It bowed its head and cried, "Mamaru." Su Hyuan continued, "But I like to be a good person doing good deeds. However, you must agree to one condition first." Upon hearing this, the treasure-hunting beast became excited again, "Maru." It cautiously asked, "Will you use torture and beat me?" "Maru." He laughed, "Ha ha ha, are you worried about this?" "No, it's just a psychic bond not capturing you." At this point, the treasure-hunting beast was certain that the person before it was not a bad guy. It made its decision, clenched its fists, and shouted loudly, "Maru CHI letter 1 EBFU." Su Hyuan seemed to understand its intent. The two shook hands. Deal. Both entered the bar and Su Hyuan thought to himself, without emotions, forming a psychic bond is very difficult. Even if it could be formed, it would be easily rejected. However, with a psychic bond, it's different. As long as you don't resist, everything will go smoothly. Heh. At the same time, inside the bartender skillfully mixed drinks with his hand. After finishing, he placed the drink in front of the woman and said, "This is the learning class the lady ordered." As soon as he finished speaking, Su Hyuan and the treasure-hunting beast pushed the door and entered. Seeing the customers, the server smiled brightly and asked, "Would you like to order a famous hormone drink from my bar?" He waved his hand and replied, "I just want to look, no need for service." Upon hearing this, the server no longer kept the friendly attitude and turned away, thinking to himself, "Not even here to drink, just to look. What is he even looking at?" Thinking this, he turned to speak to the group of people wearing black suits sitting nearby. "This guy looks very strange. He might be a mercenary from another place or related to the military. Let's see what he does before deciding." On Su Hyuan's side, after walking around the bar, he stopped in front of an old tire placed on a shelf and exclaimed, "This." The treasure-hunting beast nodded, "Maru." He glanced at it, "Are you a treasure-hunting beast or a rod beast?" But as soon as he finished speaking, the tire began to deform, bending and changing shape. Immediately after, the tire transformed into a black toilet bowl, no longer a tire. Su Hyuan witnessed this scene. His eyes widened in astonishment. He was so shocked, speechless. Could this be the metamorphic stone mentioned in the old Japanese dragon scripture? Journey of taming beasts to become dragons is extremely difficult, requiring strict materials for evolution. The metamorphic stone is the essential material for transforming into a dragon. He never expected to see something he couldn't even imagine. Thanks to it, the treasure-hunting beast was truly a mysterious system. While Su Hyuan was still stunned, the server walked up, his face full of anger. "What are you doing standing there? Are you a customer or just here to cause trouble?" He ignored him, pointing to the item behind. "I'll take this stone, name your price." The waiter was startled, slightly flustered. You want to buy this stone?" He glanced at the ugly toilet, thinking, this stone was found by the boss in the wilderness, but it can only change shape, has no other use, only for decoration. But if I say that, will the customer think the shop lacks style? Thinking this, he hurriedly replied, "This is very expensive, I'll treat you to a drink. Finish it then leave, you don't have enough money." However, Su Hyuan was completely serious, smiling, asked, "It's fine, name your price." Seeing this, the waiter angrily pointed at the toilet and shouted, 10,000. If you can produce 10,000 diamonds, take the stone." However, his move was a mistake, for as soon as he finished speaking, Su Hyuan produced 10,000 gold coins. He directly flicked the coins onto the table. Deal. Watching the gold coins roll across the table, the waiter couldn't hide his joy. Those around looked at each other, exclaiming, "What a rich person." Before understanding what happened, Su Hyun's face turned serious, raising his hand and said, I don't need a discount, but you must deliver it to the management office for me. When the waiter saw the ring Su Hyun wore, he realized, thinking in horror, reverse sorcerer ring. All three knelt immediately, heads bowed. Forgive us, forgive us. We didn't recognize the grand sorcerer. Will deliver the stone. The previous price was wrong. Actually, 1 diamond is enough. Su Hyun no longer fussed, just gently reminded, sorcerers aren't to be soothed, no next time. They lifted their heads, responded in unison, yes, yes, won't make the mistake again. After completing the transaction, Su Hyun immediately left the shop, closing the door. In taming guardian beasts, 2 situations can occur in a short time. One is a high-level sorcerer taming a low-level beast, or the guardian beast willingly agrees, even wants to be tamed. Ending a guardian beast of the second type can be tamed in 3 days at Liuding Town. Su Hyun felt very troubled. He had been searching for treasures across Liuding Town while taking care of food and everything. He also told his mother about finding guardian beasts during conversation. Of course, delicacies were not lacking, like leading the guardian beast to secrets, ruins, later treasures would pile up like mountains. Now the guardian beast treated Su Hyun like a god, only hoping he would tame it quickly. However, Su Hyun still felt it was not enough. At the rear courtyard of the training grounds, to gain the guardian beast's trust, Su Hyun trained it every day. Every day he spent a little time in the backyard for Long Shijai to practice at finding guardian beasts. Long Shijai frantically followed orders, chasing the guardian beast running below. It opened its mouth full of sharp teeth, eyes glowing red, letting out a powerful roar. Immediately after, it used sharp claws to strike the guardian beast to the ground, making it cry and scream for help. CHI letter 1 EBFU. Just then Su Hyun appeared, lightly coughing, a hum. When the guardian beast could no longer endure abuse, Su Hyun appeared like an angel, shouting, stop. Spoke while looking stern, Long Shijai, release the guardian beast, why bully it, can't you be gentler? Long Shijai, hearing this, didn't understand what was happening, wondered, you want me to do this? But then it obeyed, stepping away from the guardian beast. Rescuing it from Long Shijai's claws earned its trust and gratitude. It jumped up, hugging Su Hyun and crying, Maru. He gently patted it, SHH, don't cry, I'll take you, I hear you. The next day, on a wide pine trail outside Kui Hung Lam, Su Hyun's group's vehicles moved briskly. Vehicle stopped before a large lake, braking sharply. Zhang Cheng smiled, Master Tu, crossing this river brings you into Kui Hung Lam. The next part of the journey will have someone to meet you. Su Hyun nodded lightly, thanks, much obliged. Suddenly, the sound of hurried footsteps echoed from afar. Right above Su Hyun, a giant tiger swooped down, with a girl riding on its back. The tiger landed gracefully and slowly approached the 3 standing in front. The girl on the tiger smiled and introduced herself, are you Su Hyun? I am the guardian sorceress of Kui Hung Lam, call me Haiju. My beast is the scarlet flame tiger, a high-level dangerous type. Seeing them, Zhang Cheng and Chen Han quickly raised their hands and said loudly, greetings, Lady Cup. Su Hyun also raised his hand cheerfully, greeting Haiju. Haiju jumped down from her beast and continued, the owner reported your monthly training schedule through the device, thought you arrived early, but it turns out you only came today. He scratched his head awkwardly, explaining that he was late, truly sorry. Haiju didn't mind much, turned to Zhang Cheng, said, you 2 can leave now. Su Hyun quickly asked, what about the luggage behind? Before he could finish, she touched the jade on her neck and called, come out, a yuan. In the jade ring, a giant ape appeared, surrounded by electric sparks, startling Su Hyun. He observed silently, thinking, a silverback ape, high-level dangerous, must be perfected in training, its strength hard to gauge. Haiju smiled, lightly touched the ape, and commanded silverback ape, move the luggage to the camp. Obeying, it let out a call and nodded in agreement. Zhang Cheng carefully pointed out where to collect items, Master Ape over here. Once done, Haiju jumped on the scarlet flame tiger, asking, the camp is a short distance, want a ride? He smiled and declined, no need, Haiju, I'll sit on Long Shijai instead. He raised his hand and called loudly, come here, Long Shijai. Long Shijai appeared. Haiju was astonished, eyes sparkling, said, indeed, the little disciple praised by the master and the first beast is a top-tier dangerous type. She nodded with a smile, then Haiju can see your skill. Saying so, she rode the scarlet flame tiger straight ahead. Obedient and battle-ready are 2 different things. Hearing this, Su Hyun quickly ordered, Long Shijai follow. Suddenly Long Shijai's gaze changed, as if provoked by Haiju's previous words. Its entire body exuded aura, startling Su Hyun, who exclaimed, what are you planning? Before he could comprehend, Long Shijai dashed at terrifying speed, nearly knocking him over. Soared into the sky, ignoring Su Hyun's calls from below. Oh. He shouted loudly, riding like that, don't use skills now. Twilight descended over the large mountain city. Haiju and Su Hyun stood before a large wooden door. She knocked strongly and continuously. While knocking, she spoke loudly, open the door. The man peeked out, said, Cuck, could you be gentler? The iron door is about to break. Cuck, remember to bring a key next time. I'm busy but still have to open for you. Hearing this, Haiju was furious, busy hibernating, hiding while the chairman is away. He scratched his head awkwardly, misunderstanding, Opening the door for Lady Cuck is my honor. Before he could finish, she patted his head enough. He pointed to Su Hyuan, arrange the room and bring the disciples' luggage inside. Witnessing this, he forced a smile, thinking their way of life is quite unique. Haiju introduced. Currently in Kui Hung Lam's camp there's only me and Tai Zhen. Some servants left due to the harsh conditions, their duties assigned to the guardian. The camp owner is also the president of Liu Ding Town. Guardian sorceress went hunting dangerous species a few days ago. Lin Zhen intended to wait for him for special training, but he was a few days late. Though he started first, Su Hyuan felt increasingly guilty, scratching his head, being a bit late. Haiju laughed, interrupted, "It's fine, go inside and talk." Hearing this, he stood dazed, huh? Inside Haiju's room, many beast head models hung on the wall. Seeing this, Su Hyuan gaped in awe. Haiju sat on the bed, said, "Hey, come back, silly." He replied, "Ha no, just a very special arrangement." She smiled slightly, asked, "Did you think this is a hotel?" As she spoke, she slammed her hand beside her, "Or did you come here?" Hearing the joke, younger brother Naruto shook his head, weak-hearted, declined, here. Haiju, amused, interrupted, "All right, won't tease you. Not yet familiar with special training at Kui Hung Lam." She explained, first-time special training details only revealed at the camp, not just combat experience but many benefits. Not sure if he heard about the fruit energy yet. Su Hyuan was startled, asked, "Does Kui Hung Lam have fruit energy?" He replied, "Of course, a stable source, increases physical power and 3 endurance attributes, useful for guardian beasts and power." After speaking, Haiju pulled the wall curtain, revealing a large map. She pointed on the map, but acquiring fruit energy isn't easy. All energy is held by the gray bears. Only with a token from the bear leader can the owner be challenged. With the token, the guardians usually do not refuse. Victory secures a strength-enhancing fruit. If not for Hai Dang Bao the guardian daring to take it, the bear herd will attack, relentless. Next day in Kui Hung Lam Forest, fierce growls echoed. On the ground, Long Shijai faced the ferocious gray bear. On a nearby tree, Su Hyuan and Lin Zhen observed. He said, "This Kui Hung is about to accept the challenge. As Long Shijai wins, he gets the fruit." He sighed, "It doesn't look easy." Lin Zhen said, "The bear only accepts challenges from weaker opponents. To get the fruit, you must face danger." Soon after, the gray bear let out a powerful roar. At the roar, Long Shijai didn't react, only stood observing. Before long, it mocked the gray bear in front. That attitude angered the gray bear, so much its eyes turned red. Su Hyuan forced a smile, thinking, unexpected, Long Shijai has a talent for mocking. He pointed down, asking, "Is Kui Hung Bai going to accept the challenge?" Lin Zhen smiled, "Of course, Long Shijai hasn't fought a dangerous beast before, might suffer losses." Saying so, Long Shijai and the gray bear collided frantically. Long Shijai used dragon power, pressure radiating, showing great might. But the gray bear didn't mind, slashing with sharp claws. Two collided head-on, roaring fiercely. Long Shijai slipped, the gray bear slapped its head hard, leaving it unable to react. Its body was hurled backward, rolling across the ground like a whirlwind. Even seeing its opponent fall, the gray bear did not stop, continuing to advance unexpectedly. Seeing the situation, Lin Zhen cried out in fear, "Not good, something is about to happen." Before he could jump down, Su Hyuan raised his hand to stop him, telling senior brother to wait a bit longer. He smiled, showing that Long Shijai was still being pampered. As Su Hyuan predicted, after the slap, Long Shijai regained clarity and used dragon might with bright, gleaming eyes. Faced with the powerful gaze, the gray bear froze, its body trembling uncontrollably. Quickly regained its composure, growling angrily, spittle flying. Despite its massive body, it lunged swiftly, but Long Shijai dodged to the side. Long Shijai activated its skill, strengthening its entire body with dragon power. It was determined to confront the enemy with a fight for survival. The blink of an eye, 3 sharp claws swung, spraying blood everywhere. The gray bear had been injured by Long Shijai, 3 claw marks imprinted on its arm. Despite the wounds, the gray bear was still full of vigor, eyes glaring with rage at the opponent. Lin Zhen watched, praising his Long Shijai, capable of combining techniques, rare, but still needing more maturity to defeat Kui Hung Bai. Su Hyuan looked down, indeed, the defense of the spirit beast was formidable. Lin Zhen smiled, saying this was the power of the heroic fruit. If Long Shijai wins, it would also acquire the heroic fruit. Hearing this, he excitedly looked at Long Shijai, shouting, "Keep it up, Long Shijai." Battle continued, the gray bear used a skill, recovering wounds on its arm. Long Shijai did not stay still, using a Malice Earth skill to create a large sphere of energy in its mouth. Fully charged, it shot relentlessly toward the gray bear. Thick dust rose, obscuring the surrounding vision. When the dust cleared, the gray bear still stood tall, uninjured. The gray bear casually picked up a nearby log. It roared, lifting the log high. And using its strength, it threw a series of large tree trunks toward Long Shijai. Seeing this, Long Shijai was astonished, eyes wide open. It quickly weaved to avoid the trunks. Before it could advance, 4 more trunks were thrown to block its path, forcing it to stop. Long Shijai's eyes showed worry as it looked back. Right behind, the gray bear closed in, standing on 2 legs and roaring skyward. Lin Zhen, seeing the danger, shouted, "It's huge, innate talent combined with training, yet wants to act like a pig eating a tiger." Lin Zhen worriedly said, "This innate talent is not something any Kui Hung Bai can control. Long Shijai still isn't strong enough to win." Hearing this, Su Huan worried but decided, in the spiritual world, he hadn't heard Long Shijai cry for help, choosing to trust it. Down below, facing the massive Kui Hung Bai with piercing eyes, Long Shijai searched for an escape, worry on its face. Without hesitation, Kui Hung Bai swung its sharp claws in a direct attack at the opponent. To protect itself, Long Shijai used the dual training skill, breaking speed. Its body became agile, darting elsewhere to avoid Kui Hung Bai's strong strike. It accelerated toward a large tree trunk. From above, Lin Zhen anxiously watched as Long Shijai couldn't escape, it would be hit. As predicted, the Bandai Yan Qiang Mong didn't give up. Using its second-level evolution skill, it charged madly toward Long Shijai. At that moment, Long Shijai suddenly thought. It stopped, turning its head to look behind. Then it slammed its tail onto the ground. Long Shijai used its second-level evolution, Stone Strike, creating a powerful blow that caused the earth on both sides to rise. The Bandai Yan Qiang Mong was surrounded by rocks, but with a single swipe of its hand, it shattered them. Unexpectedly, while moving, it slipped, its body staggering. Its huge body rolled down the ground like a boulder on a slope. Without time to react, it crashed straight into a large tree, making a loud thud. At the sight, Long Shijai laughed with delight. It looked at the unconscious gray bear, happily laughing loudly. Lin Zhen was also stunned, exclaiming, "This is a foolish bear. Why didn't you meet it, senior brother?" Su Huan joyfully waved and replied, "Haha, such good luck." He looked at him with a helpless shrug, "Sorry, your psychic energy is not yet enough to lift it." Lin Zhen quickly raised his hand to his mouth. Immediately, a large bird appeared from the sky, the spirit beast Blood-tailed Hawk. The Blood-tailed Hawk flew to Su Huan, grabbing his shoulders, surprising him with wide eyes. It slowly set him down safely on the ground. Lin Zhen also landed and walked over to praise, "Truly a talented disciple. Long Shijai has worked hard today." He raised his hand and shouted loudly, "Come out. Hamao th letter 1EA30. Hearing the call, a small spirit beast emerged from the ground, the Hamao th letter 1EA30, a grass-based horse that absorbed nutrients from the soil. Lin Zhen happily explained, "This is the challenge rule of the Bandai Hung Lamb. If not treated, the bear pack will attack." Fu Huan scratched his head awkwardly and said, "I really trouble senior brother with this." He replied, "It's no trouble at all." After being treated, the Bandai Yan Qiang Mong woke up, slowly opening its eyes. However, before it was the unpleasant sight of Long Shijai and Hamao th letter 1EA30 laughing and mocking. It seemed to go mad, charging straight ahead. This time, Lin Zhen stopped it. "The challenge is over. If you want to fight, you must add the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit." Hearing this, the Bandai Yan Qiang Mong stopped, letting out a long sigh. Su Huan saw it leave and wondered, "Is it just going to leave like that? What about the fruit?" Lin Zhen smiled, "Let's go. You will know when we follow." Everyone followed closely behind the gray bear into the forest. After a while, a tree with a ripe Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit appeared. The gray bear approached the tree, and Long Shijai eagerly ran after it. Before it could reach, it bit down on a fruit that fell to the ground. It then placed the fruit on the ground, causing Long Shijai to be surprised. Looking at the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit on the ground, with a patch of saliva on it, Long Shijai couldn't bear it, its face darkened, and a wave of nausea rushed over. Seeing that expression, the Bandai Yan Qiang Mong laughed gleefully, taking revenge for before. On the edge of the forest, Lin Zhen pointed inside and introduced, "H letter 1EAFC Cuck must have said, every area of the bears has a Hung L letter 1EF1C tree. The center is the home of the bear clan." As he spoke, Long Shijai picked up the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit and walked towards Su Huan, wondering, "This fruit is smaller than I imagined." He turned back and asked, "Senior brother, how do you use this?" After being picked, the energy contained in the fruit will begin to dissipate in just a few minutes. Without proper storage methods, eating it immediately will yield better results. He felt deeply admiring. Hearing these words, Su Huan didn't hesitate, immediately signaling to Long Shijai, "Open your mouth quickly." However, in his mind at that moment, all he could see was the image of the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit being spit out earlier with saliva. Thinking this, he turned his head to the side and refused to look any further. Su Huan saw this and almost wanted to cry, shouting, "What is this expression? This is a good item." He looked dejectedly at Lin Zhen and asked, "Senior brother, do you have water?" He replied, "Are you planning to cut the fruit into pieces?" After a while, Lin Zhen finally brought water to wash the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit and handed it to Su Huan. The fruit was just washed. He immediately tossed it to Long Shijai, "Eat it well." Lin Zhen spoke, "Junior brother, prepare a bit. We will leave Long Shijai here to absorb the energy from the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit. Only when it's finished can we leave, otherwise, it will waste a lot of energy." Su Huan listened but still didn't quite understand, blankly asking again, "Prepare? How?" He didn't rush to explain, directly raising his hand and shouting loudly, "Come out, Zioshi, Bandai Yan Qiang Mong." As soon as he finished speaking, two of Lin Zhen's spirit beasts appeared. One was the Bandai Yan Qiang Mong, a dangerous creature when mature, and the other was the Zio Shi, a high-level dangerous creature when strong enough. After everything was prepared, he smiled and said, "Alarm." Su Huan bitterly smiled and thought, "It seems that absorbing the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit also takes quite a bit of time." Thinking this, he looked at Lin Zhen and nodded, "Really thank you, senior brother." He responded, "No need to be polite. The Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit can't be kept for long, so it is often impossible to return to the camp in time. It needs to be digested slowly in the forest. Without a strong spirit beast to guard, it's best to find a tree or cave to hide. After a few times, you will get used to it." Over at Longxijai, it seemed like it was also trying hard to absorb the energy from the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit, sweat pouring out. Seeing this, Su Huan was very worried. "Senior brother, how is Longxijai?" Lin Zhen reassured him, "The mysterious energy of the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit changes rapidly, and it can even affect the cells in the body. It will definitely create a reaction. The energy of the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit is also famous for its strength." After a while, finally, Longxijai's legs began to change, claws growing longer and sharper. Its body seemed to be reborn, turning into a larger and more mature dragon. Time for eating the first Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit had passed 13 days. During these 13 days, Longxijai not only grew much larger, but also approached the late-stage maturation of Longxijai. In terms of strength, endurance, and physique, it was not inferior to a late-stage matured Longxijai, even stronger because during these days, it had eaten 8 to 9 Hung L letter 1EF1C fruits. Longxijai seemed to be very talented in challenging. It challenged so many Hung Bai that even Lin Zhen was surprised. In 13 days, it had fought with more than 20 Hung Bai to obtain Hung L letter 1EF1C fruits, with a 50% win rate. Except for the first day when it defeated the foolish bear, the reason for such a high win rate was due to the silent help of the hero. In the past few days, the Hung Bai Longxijai fought against were all chosen by the treasure beast. This is why Lin Zhen's band Dai Yan Qiang Mong only obtained 1 Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit, while Longxijai obtained 8. However, Lin Zhen still hasn't figured out this secret. While moving, suddenly Longxijai turned its head and let out a roar. Su Huan was startled and asked, "Can you feel the innate power like the Hung Bai the first time?" Nodded vigorously, showing its certainty. He didn't think for long and immediately ordered, "Go, let's meet it." After a while of searching, he finally arrived at the place Longxijai pointed out, pushing the weeds aside. In front of him was the sight of a band Dai Yan Qiang Mong fighting another beast. He wondered, why are they fighting? After observing carefully, Su Huan realized and exclaimed, "A band Jia Lang, a dangerous mid-level creature, usually lives in dark caves. This is the band Dai Hung Lam, so this insect must be a spirit beast." Before he could finish thinking, suddenly he noticed a masked man standing nearby, saying, "Band Jia Lang, still not enough, come out. Chang Jia Lang, go solve this H letter 1EAFC Hung Bai." Looking at the newly appeared Chang Jia Lang, Su Huan couldn't help but be amazed. Chang Jia Lang, the evolved form of band Jia Lang, a special, extremely dangerous insect with no weaknesses, comparable to the most dangerous insect types, even stronger than Haiju's Sai Hui. This one was definitely at full level, and its cultivation status was also extremely perfect. Chang Jia Lang didn't stay still. It stomped its hind legs on the ground to gather momentum, then charged straight at the H letter 1EAFC Hung Bai. In an instant, with a powerful pounce, it easily defeated the H letter 1EAFC Hung Bai. The H letter 1EAFC Hung Bai was knocked down into the water without even having time to react. Su Huan watched, unable to believe his eyes, and wondered, it won so quickly. At this moment, he recalled the rumors he had heard, thinking, An Hang once said that H letter 1EAFC Dang B letter 1EA30 was a force that had stood firm in the desolate gray land for hundreds of years. During its development, there must have been many conflicts and enemies. Strong opposing force to H letter 1EAFC Dang B letter 1EA30 seems to be the new Shi, the one controlling the band Jia Lang and Chang Jia Lang. They control the living environment of the band Jia Lang just like H letter 1EAFC Dang B letter 1EA30 controls the band Dai Hung Lan, though on a smaller scale than H letter 1EAFC Dang B letter 1EA30. Now they're here at band Dai Hung Lam to take the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit. How can they exist? We should know that even H letter 1EAFC Dang B letter 1EA30 hasn't fully controlled it yet. After handling the H letter 1EAFC Hung Bai, the masked man approached the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit, taking out a sharp syringe. Then directly stuck the syringe into the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit and began drawing the liquid inside. Su Huan couldn't help but be confused and exclaimed, "What is this?" Before he could understand the situation, suddenly another spirit beast appeared right above his head. Su Huan was startled and thought, "It's over, that's a probing beast." The masked man was still diligently using the syringe to extract all the contents from the Hung L letter 1EF1C fruit. Suddenly a loud roar rang out, causing him to stop in surprise. He angrily withdrew the syringe into his bag, muttering, "I didn't expect it to hide a white mouse in its mouth." After saying that, he immediately ordered, "Go quickly, check it out." He climbed onto the Changjia Lang and sped off like lightning. A few minutes passed and the chase was still intense, with the masked man chasing on the ground. In the air, Long Shijai and Su Hyun were also running at full speed. He looked worriedly behind and thought, how could a dangerous Changjia Lang be? Adding in the way they infiltrated Ban Dai Hung Lam without being detected, they must be a formidable opponent. Thinking this, he quickly took the communicator out of his pocket. He shouted loudly, "Urgent situation, thief detected, hurry and come for rescue." However, just as he finished speaking, Su Hyun realized the communicator had no signal, panickingly thinking, did it run out of battery? Sure enough, it had been too safe for too long, and the teacher's reputation made everyone stop paying attention. As he rode Long Shijai, he silently swore, if something happens today, I must send the message out no matter what. After speaking, he quickly found the treasure beast and placed it on his shoulder. Long Shijai also used its skill, strengthening its body armor trying to move faster. However, the man was no pushover, and he and his spirit beast kept chasing closely. He pointed and ordered the Changjia Lang, activate the pursuit skill and take out that white mouse and his spirit beast. The Changjia Lang followed the order, started to retreat and gather momentum, then charged forward. Used its deadly attack skill, the Hai Zuan Tan, and activated level 5 evolution. Immediately, its body turned into a bolt of lightning and sped off. In the blink of an eye, the Changjia Lang caught up with Long Shijai, right on its heels, leaving Su Hyun in awe. He looked back and felt more anxious than ever. Without thinking for long, he ordered Long Shijai use the second stage of Speed Strike, remember to run into the bushes of the forest. Long Shijai followed the order, its body tense, opening its mouth to roar loudly. The two hind wings flared out with great force and strength. As he raced forward, Su Hyun thought, although the second stage Speed Strike enhances the effect, it's still not as good as the Black Line Strike, but the advantage is that it can change direction. If we want to deal with it head-on, charging into a large bush is a reasonable choice. I hope we can lead senior brother Lin Zhen here. Dry crackling sound of broken branches echoed throughout the forest. The armored wolf didn't hesitate to use its strength to push the trees blocking the way aside. However, at this point, they had completely lost track of Su Hyun and could no longer find him. Masked man shouted, "The white mouse is running too fast." He stopped for a moment, then raised his hand to summon a new pet. A white tiger immediately appeared. It was the lightning tiger, a dangerous beast with 3 attributes: light, electricity, and beast. After that, he jumped from the armored wolves back to the back of the lightning tiger. The masked man pointed forward and ordered, "Continue the pursuit." 3 beams of purple, blue, and red shot rapidly through the forest. After a while, the lightning tiger finally caught up, leaping into the air and shooting out a lightning bolt from its palm to use its skill, Light Charge. Seeing the lightning bolts coming at him, Long Shijai immediately dodged to the side to avoid them. However, he wasn't quick enough and was hit, the skin tearing and blood spilling out. Su Hyun anxiously thought to himself, this creature is really dangerous. It must be the light tiger. This is definitely a complete mutation. Even though I wasn't caught, I won't be able to escape if this continues. Just as he thought that, he suddenly realized something and his gaze shifted to the side. He happily said to the treasure-seeking beast, "Find the treasure beast, quickly lead us to the domain of the leader of the armored bears." Hearing the command, it closed its eyes and began sensing its surroundings. After a while, it pointed forward and signaled to Su Hyun, who immediately followed and shouted loudly, "Let's go, we need help." Long Shijai continued to fly over the cliff, leaving the light charge tiger stunned. He added, "Long Shijai, don't just run, use the earthquake call to summon them." Understanding his meaning, it opened its mouth and let out a loud roar, its eyes glowing brightly. Immediately afterward, it slammed its tail hard into the ground, causing rocks to fly up and form a large wall. When the lightning tiger and the armored wolf arrived, they were stopped by the stone wall. The masked man shouted, "Armored wolf, break the path." He ordered the beastmasters in front of him. Armored wolf used its hard head to charge directly at the stone wall, easily breaking it. After the path was cleared, the lightning tiger quickly followed closely behind Long Shijai. Looked at Su Hyun and smiled, saying, "I don't believe you can escape." Hearing this, Su Hyun turned back in shock, his eyebrows furrowed in tension. Just a moment ago, the lightning tiger was still close to Long Shijai, but when he turned around, it was already gone. The masked man angrily ordered, "Not here, lightning tiger, go find it." Suddenly, it stopped for a moment and began sniffing around. It seemed to sense danger approaching, making its fur stand on end and sweat pour down like rain. Seeing this, the masked man still didn't understand what was going on. He quickly asked, "What's wrong, light charged tiger?" Looking up, he saw the tiger's eyes glowing bright red with rage and exclaimed, What is that? In the cave, a giant foot with sharp claws stepped out. The creature that had appeared was the leader of the armored bears, charging like a storm, growling fiercely. At this moment, the masked man finally realized the danger, his eyes wide with panic, and he said, "Not good, it's the leader." He hurriedly urged his pet, "Go quickly." Su Hyuan and Long Shijai were safely at another spot, and from the forest came a loud roar that startled the birds into flying in all directions. He thought to himself, the leader can call the pack to attack without the teacher's token. No matter how strong the hunter is, he can't handle the entire armored bear pack. He ordered Long Shijai, "Let's go, we head to the camp. Call brother T I letter 1 EBFT Vu. If not, the power of the strength fruit will run out." Without delay, it extended its wings and flew high. But before it could fly far, a terrible streak of light fell from the sky. Su Hyuan saw the danger and shouted loudly, "Long Shijai, get out of the way." Hearing the command, Long Shijai leapt into the air, but couldn't avoid the powerful strike, dust flying everywhere. It gently landed on a large branch and surveyed the situation. Suddenly a familiar voice rang out, "What a pity, that hybrid escaped." Su Hyuan was surprised to see the masked man standing in front of him, exclaiming, "Can you find him?" He jumped up and laughed, replying, "Little hybrid, my lightning tiger has a searching skill. No matter how fast you run, I will find you." Su Hyuan then understood why he was always being followed despite trying to shake him off. He shrugged and said, "Let the leader of the armored bears block me while you run back to report. Smart tactic. But you should know, with a pet master level like mine, avoiding an armored bear is easy. Unlike you, with just a unicorn as your pet." After speaking, he pointed forward and ordered, "Lightning Tiger, it's up to you." Lightning Tiger immediately shot toward the opposite branch, its sharp claws extended. But before it could act, its whole body suddenly froze, eyes wide in shock. In its eyes, Long Shijai emitted an extremely powerful aura, Dragon Might, 2nd level awakening. Su Hyuan smiled and thought to himself, using the treasure-seeking beast's inherent skill and illusion to make the enemy think Long Shijai was just an ordinary unicorn, then using Dragon Might to buy more time. He pulled out a large smoke bomb and thought, "Lucky I prepared it in advance, I can use it now." Immediately after, a loud explosion rang out, followed by a thick cloud of smoke. Taken by surprise, the masked man couldn't react in time, his eyes narrowing as he searched for Su Hyuan. Not far from there, Long Shijai flew up through the smoke. Su Hyuan ordered Long Shijai, "Charge forward, this is our last chance." The masked man recognized the situation and laughed loudly, "Haha, you still want to run? I see you've almost turned into a spirit already." He ordered his pet, Lightning Tiger, use the electric charge to chase and finish him off. Kill the little hybrid first, then kill his pet unicorn. Lightning Tiger charged like a bolt of lightning towards Su Hyuan, causing him to shout in alarm, "We're done for." In the nick of time, Su Hyuan's Beastmaster ring emitted a fierce red light. A protective shield enveloped Su Hyuan, blocking the Lightning Tiger's sharp claws, the 6th level fire ability, Fire Guard. Surprised by the protective shield, the Lightning Tiger and the masked man were knocked back, unable to react. Escaping danger, Su Hyuan was moved and thought to himself, "Teacher, why didn't you tell me Fire Guard could protect me?" Turning to the masked man, the Lightning Tiger had fainted. He exclaimed in surprise, "The seal of power is something only extremely dangerous beasts have. These soul words are famous in the medium-level dangerous artifacts. I don't even have this. Who exactly are you?" Su Hyuan didn't respond, only urged Long Shijai, "What are you waiting for? Hurry up and run." The masked man raised his hand and shouted, "You want to run? I don't care who you are, don't even think about reporting. Come here, White Lion." The group of Beastmasters, a giant white lion charged out. Su Hyuan was horrified, shouting, "How many beasts does he have? Don't bully people too much." The masked man laughed proudly and threatened, "I don't care who your teacher is, today you will definitely die." Long Shijai recognized the danger and quickly ran, but suddenly it stopped. The masked man laughed maliciously and asked, "What's wrong, not running anymore?" But he had no idea that the situation had changed. Su Hyuan turned around, wearing a mischievous smile, and asked, "Do you recognize this beast?" He examined it carefully, and was shocked to realize it was the winged bird horse used by Lin Zhen for reconnaissance. No sooner had he finished speaking than Lin Zhen rode the black leopard straight forward. Its front legs, glossy black with sharp claws, slowly touched the ground. He confidently stood in front of Su Hyuan and Long Shijai, shouting, "Who dares touch my junior brother?" In the majestic forest, seeing Lin Zhen appear, the masked man angrily asked, "Do you dare block me?" Lin Zhen remained calm, nodding with a smile, "I not only dare block, I dare kill as well." He stared straight at him, shouting, "Hybrid of the Fire Calamity." Hearing this, Su Hyuan behind him was startled, thinking, "Fire Calamity. I had heard the full name of Fire Calamity was Fire Condensed Lightning." This was a vast, ancient place, always an enemy of the Black Guard. Unlike the majestic forest, the leader here seemed closely linked to the territory of the wolf-like beasts, mainly involving the wolf-related beast species. The masked man shrugged, continuing, "This brat is becoming increasingly arrogant. I doubt you are strong enough." After speaking, he summoned more beasts, laughing, "Ha ha ha, tear him apart. Let's see if he dares be defiant after death." Seeing the armored wolf charge, Lin Zhen remained unafraid, merely observing. A faint smile curved his lips, "Haha." Without hesitation, He raised his hand, saying, "Wait until I kill him and you will see my true skill." Lin Zhen's beast masters, a series of other beasts charged out, including the lava-ground wolf and moon shadow leopard. At this moment Lin Zhen felt more confident than ever, letting out a cold snort. For him the armored wolf charged swiftly, its eyes blazing, claws spread as if to devour. Seeing danger, Su Huan called out worriedly, "Senior brother." Before finishing the sentence, a hand with a fiery punch swung, distorting the armored wolf's face. Beside Lin Zhen, a giant flaming figure appeared, easily subduing the armored wolf. It endured the painful blow, rolling violently on the ground without time to react. The masked man witnessing this was horrified, stammering that is. The figure beside Lin Zhen was the fire-toxic male, a dangerous insect, belonging to poison, heat, magic and charm types. Su Huan behind him thought silently when senior brother used the lava-ground wolf. He also employed the fire-toxic male, only it was concealed by magic, waiting for the right moment. This was the five-element beast master ability. The armored wolf after the punch tried to sit up, its fur burning fiercely. This time it dared not act, standing at a distance and growling at the fire-toxic male. The masked man was cautious. "Fire-toxic male, you possess a rare beast. I didn't expect you to confront me." Hidden, the intelligence network of Fire Calamity had never seen such a rare beast. Lin Zhen smiled. "If I knew, how could I have killed you today?" Hearing the provocation, the masked man got angry, asking, "One fire-toxic male wants to kill me, are you crazy?" After speaking, he pointed, declaring, "The armored wolf is the leader of dangerous insects. Fire-toxic male cannot defeat me." He ordered the armored wolf to use the skill, Dark Line Assault. Obeying the command, it opened its mouth full of teeth and lunged at the fire-toxic male. But the speed posed no threat. The fire-toxic male dodged all its claws. Fire-toxic male clenched its fist tightly, flames erupting fiercely. It punched straight into the armored wolf's face, causing pain. Not stopping, another knockout blow from the chin upwards. The armored wolf flew like a rocket, plummeting to the ground. Su Huan was amazed, eyes wide. Senior brother Lin Zhen is that strong. The masked man refused to yield, rubbing his beast, saying, "Incredible power. Do you think you can defeat the armored wolf?" After speaking, he used the skill Armored Wolf, Protective Shell, Insect Armor. Lin Zhen ordered Fire-Toxic Male, teach them manners, Heat Motion Fist, Radiant Flame Strike. Fire-Toxic Male's hands flared with fire, the surrounding air startling onlookers. The two clashed like moths to a flame. The masked man shouted, "Armored Wolf, Fierce Assault, Dark Line Assault." Lin Zhen responded, "Heat Motion Fist, Super Heat Motion." Shouts rang continuously, chaotic energy, darkness. As they fought, one side burned with fire. The other sent black shadows flying, fighting to survive. A sudden tremendous explosion followed, shockwaves and debris scattering. When the smoke cleared, the fire-toxic male still stood firm. Before it, the armored wolf trembled in fear. The masked man was astonished, exclaiming, "Indeed a rare beast. Fire-toxic male also has 2 level 6 awakening abilities. No wonder the armored wolf fared so poorly." After speaking, his beast master emitted a red light. He continued to summon other beasts, Red Fire Unicorn, specially evolved, dangerous Fire Unicorn. Lin Zhen sneered, thinking adding this trouble could defeat me. He laughed, "No need to fight, just blocking is enough to defeat you." He used the radio to contact his comrades. "I have half of Lin Zhen's health, who wants to take his head?" Hearing this, Su Huan worriedly called, "Senior brother." Lin Zhen remained calm, replying, "Yes, I have informed Chairman Hua already. Let's see who arrives first." Su Huan looked at the people ahead, asking, "Is there another way?" He asked again, "Dare or not?" Seeing both sides talk and ignore him, the masked man was furious, shouting, "Too many words, fire unicorns surround them." Obeying the order, the fire unicorns charged huge, but were blocked by fire-toxic male. He turned, saying, "Senior brother can hold them for 4 seconds." He commanded the fire-toxic male, using the skill exclusive heat strike. Ground beneath the fire-toxic male shattered, super heat motion violently. The fire unicorns did not stay still, opening mouths to create large fireballs. The masked man hurriedly ordered, "Increase firepower, fire unicorns, fire assault." Before they could act, a large wind surge arrived, forcing them back. From the wind surge, Long Shijai appeared, eyes blood red, and saw this, shouting, "Damn white rat, you dare advance." Huan ignored, signaling his horse beast was surrounded. The time had come. Long Shijai immediately used the skill Compressed Bullet with Ground Trap, Continuous Beast Chain, creating a purple-black energy sphere flying forward. Seeing the sphere approaching, the masked man froze, exclaiming, "Ah!" A huge explosion rang out, smoke rising high, white and dense. As the smoke gradually cleared, a massive figure appeared, towering. The creature blocking that masked man was extremely dangerous, a master in combat. Realizing he was saved, he sat heavily on the ground, grinning broadly, "Ha ha." Behind him, a spiky-headed man hiding his face rode a pet, approaching slowly. He laughed triumphantly, saying, "Your luck is too poor. My men arrived first, allowing Lin Zhen and us to retreat. No one can stop him." The spiky-headed man's pet was a devil beast, extremely dangerous, a seasoned master. The devil beast swished its tail quickly, shooting 3 poison arrows straight at Long Shijai. Taken by surprise, Long Shijai was hit. 3 poison spikes stuck in its tail, Su Hyun cried out worriedly. The venom from its tail was spreading. Long Shijai's tail suddenly snapped into sections, causing it to cry out in pain. Seizing the opportunity, the Black Star roared loudly to assert dominance. Clenched both fists and lunged at Long Shijai. Seeing the massive Black Star advancing, Lin Zhen and Su Hyun froze. He warned junior brother, be careful. Luckily, at the moment of greatest danger, the male fire heat appeared, blocking a powerful strike from the Black Star. Black Star's eyes suddenly glowed strangely. It continued its skill, raising its leg to attack. Before it could strike, a pillar of fire appeared, knocking it back. Chain flame bomb, flame guard. Hearing a familiar sound, Su Hyun looked back, delighted to see Haiju and Tai Yu rescue. Tai Yu angrily shouted, contemptible, no one can defeat the Black Lanterns. Spiky-headed man asked, too bad for you, Yu. Why didn't you stay at Liu Dingzhen? Why did you arrive here so fast? He stepped forward and replied, if not for me, you would have been made a joke. Today you must stop. The masked man reminded his companions, fools, he surely came prepared, take it out, don't hide it anymore. Spiky-headed man decided to reveal his secret weapon, originally intending to duel Suki, now to bury 4 mixed men at once. Kill 4 masters, 3 of them advanced, even the Black Lantern group would feel heartache. Come out, Jinbei Qiangbai Yuan. The Black Star roared loudly, its front fangs visibly lengthening. It arched its body and roared, a wave of dominance radiating fear to all. Haiju was worried, super-level beast extremely dangerous, this time it's a big trouble. The Black Star went berserk, charging straight at everyone. Before it got close, a golden bullet shot straight at it. Its body was thrown backward, startling the masked man and the spiky-headed man. The group realized something and turned to flee. Su Hyun was surprised, wondering what was happening. Haiju explained, this is the main force of Chairman Su. Behind, a giant green dragon appeared, the night concealing Earth Dragon. Haiju angrily said, indeed a super-level dangerous beast, strongest among the terror species, hitting Bai Yuan twice already defeated it. The green dragon roared, its eyes glowing with power. Hyun stood stunned, exclaiming, this is it. He couldn't believe it, wondering the true power of a super-level dangerous beast. Elsewhere, the spiky-headed man and his companions fled, shouting, Suki is coming, run fast. Before they could take a few steps, a pillar of golden light appeared in front, blocking them. From the light pillar, multiple attacks were released. The spiky-headed man controlled his mount to luckily evade. The masked man was unlucky, falling off his mount with a loud cry. His body seemed to dissolve, disappearing on the spot. The spiky-headed man, terrified, hurriedly fled when no one was watching. One striking was Suki, Chairman Su. He rode a rare beast towards Su Hyun and Haiju. He spoke gently, didn't expect these men to take advantage of my absence in Kai Hung Lin. Hard work. Haiju and Su Hyun stood still, unsure what to say. Suddenly Suki glanced elsewhere, everyone was astonished. At this moment, Lin Zhen's python was defeated. Its body was cut in half. Lin Zhen sat sorrowfully, stroking his mount's head. Suki angrily asked, who did this? Su Hyun quickly accused, it was the Earth Dragon of the mixed men. He thought for a few seconds, then ordered Haiju to lead everyone back to the camp to regroup. He understood his intention, replying yes. Suki commanded the mounts deeper into the forest, next he would handle it. In the forest, the spiky-headed man gathered his companions, angrily shouting, the perfect plan was ruined by the mixed men forest map. The main Ma hasn't appeared, likely defeated by Suki. Another man said, all intelligence in the area must be eliminated. Even Tai Yu and mixed men in Kai Hung Lin don't know. Only Haiju and Lin Zhen reported. The man beside reminded, it's too late to speak now. This time Suki captured, mission failed, better report to the camp to prepare. Black Lanterns are not easy to control. During this, everyone agreed, approving those words. After discussion, one asked, what about keeping them? He replied angrily, don't bother, decide yourself. At that moment the ground shook, making them lose balance. Not understanding what happened, a loud explosion rang from afar, surprising them. Behind the trees, 2 red figures with imposing presence stood looking down at them. One recognized loudly said, it's Suki. Group panicked, fleeing at once, shouting, go quickly. A while later, they returned to the Black Lantern camp. The yard held all the mounts of the masked men from before. Suki also returned, saying, most intruders have been eliminated, the few remaining are negligible. Haiju closed his eyes, saying, yes, luring the tiger from the mountain is dangerous. He looked at the papers and continued, check. This time losses were small, a few hundred trees lost a few, less than a tenth. But hundreds of Hung Bai were killed, considered a heavy loss for the Hung Bai bear group. The Hung Bai leader will be angry, but you need not worry, revenge for Fire Shock will be handled by Kai Hung Lin's master. Suki pointed, Lin Zhen, losses are not small, I will report to Black Lanterns to compensate you. Haiju and Tai Yu timely provided assistance, considered meritorious, I will report, reward decided by Treasure Master. Tai Yu breathed a sigh of relief, luckily not investigated, still in Kai Hung Lin's position. Before he could relax, Suki threw a stack of papers at his face, shouting, brat, why are you in Kai Hung Lin instead of Liu Dingzhen? Hurriedly explained, he came to save Lin Zhen and Su Hyun. Despite the detailed explanation, Su Qi still didn't believe it. He angrily shouted, "Stop pretending, don't argue with me," immediately returned to Liu Dingjia. Hai Wu laughed loudly, scratched his head, then stood up and answered, "I'll go right now, no problem." Returning to the topic, he smiled at Su Huan and said, "This time, exposing the conspiracy of the fire disaster would not have been possible without Su Huan's contribution. This achievement will be duly recognized. If you were in Qixinglin, I would not ignore it either. Well then, there are many things in the military warehouse, you can choose a few items." After hearing this, he felt a bit guilty, waved his hand to refuse. "If it wasn't for senior brother Lin Zhen's timely appearance, I might not have survived." He stepped closer, patted Lin Zhen on the shoulder and continued, "How about letting senior brother Lin Zhen take the reward?" Su Qi looked at the two of them being so close and couldn't help but smile, laughing loudly. "Haha, it's great to see juniors getting along. Don't worry, both of you will receive a deserved reward. Lin Zhen's reward will be decided by the protector, you don't need to worry." He stepped back and pointed outside, saying, "Let's go, I'll take you to the warehouse." Su Huan stood up awkwardly and replied, "Can President Hu wait until tomorrow? I can't make it today." It was getting dark, and at that moment, Hai Ju was directing the buildings to light the lamps. In Su Huan's room, he sat wearily, studying. After a long while, he had finished blocking it. If he chose treasures without looking at the old Japanese dragon scripture, it would be a waste. Development of favored languages is a process of dragonization, climbing to the top of the tower in the plant tower. However, the dragonization process is full of dangers, requiring many rare materials to have even a 1 in a million chance of success. Speaking of which, he gently rubbed the head of the treasure beast, thinking to himself, if that's the case, the chances of finding the dragonized treasure beast will be higher, and the chances of finding evolutionary materials will also increase. Similar to the way of dragonization, finding dragonized treasure beasts also has many methods. But compared to the dozens of ways to dragonize a lizard, there are far fewer ways to find dragonized treasure beasts, with only 9 methods. However, 8 of them, the ability to collect treasures of the dragonized treasure beast, depends on the different races. The only way to keep the treasure collection ability is to let the treasure beast dragonize. He continued to study the old Japanese dragon scripture, still focusing on the mystical system. The book clearly states that in order to dragonize a treasure beast, the first requirement is the treasure beast, dragon scales, 500 G of treasure essence, secret talisman, and 100 G of spiritual stone. After reading, Su Huan stood up and said, "Then tomorrow we'll go to the warehouse to find treasures." The next morning at Qixinglin's camp, Su Huan suddenly shouted, "Can't we enter the warehouse now?" Hai Ju smiled and replied, "President Hu asked me to pass on a message. One of our observation posts has detected traces of the fire disaster. This matter cannot be delayed, and President Hu has been there since last night." He added with a sigh, "If only you had gone last night, your reward will have to wait until he returns." Upon hearing this, Su Huan suddenly froze, thinking of something. He looked at Long Shijai and smiled. "Long Shijai, I suddenly thought of a great disaster." As soon as he spoke, his malicious smile made Long Shijai feel uneasy, his face full of doubt. Immediately, both of them said nothing and rushed straight ahead, leaving Hai Ju standing there, full of suspicion. She puzzled over it, wondering why this junior brother was acting so strangely. After a while in the forest, Su Huan walked while thinking. Sister Hai Ju must have helped the Zichian Lake awaken, and the Qixinglin's power would definitely not have anyone taking care of it, let alone special method. This time Qixinglin was invaded and suffered significant losses. And the old Japanese dragon scripture has methods to use Qixinglin, plus the good nature of Qixinglin makes it easier to find treasure beasts. He became more and more interested, who said that acquiring the power of the beast really required fighting. Long Shijai, we need to make use of the remaining time to take another step at Qixinglin. Upon hearing this, Long Shijai still didn't understand, his gaze full of confusion. Thus, under Su Huan's guidance, combining treasure beast hunting with Long Shijai and the special methods from the old Japanese dragon scripture, 1 man and 2 beasts had a feast. It was a pity for the Qixinglin's power. Bathe the Qixinglin's power. A fruitful harvest. In addition to the 3 strength fruits, there were also a few rare bird eggs, all of which Long Shijai devoured. However, near evening, a few accidents occurred. At this moment, Long Shijai was in battle with another Qixinglin power. The Qixinglin power seemed fierce, its mouth full of fangs, growling loudly, using the bear roar level for skill. A loud explosion rang out, accompanied by billowing smoke and dust. Su Huan cheered Long Shijai on, "Our method is great. I want to reward you with a fight. Good luck." During this, Long Shijai got angry, turned to look at the Qixinglin power. The